we know that. I done seen your faggot ass over there sending gifts and shit too. You see, but that's what y'all ops do. Yeah, you're doing a great job as an op. You feel me? Yeah, continue to do that. Continue to make an attempt to discredit me or to derail me from the mission. No, motherfucker, the mission is Clubfoot. All the fuck shit that Clubfoot is into. That's what we put on motherfucking blast. Now we heard this morning, we had a lady that came over and said that Nature Boy was arrested or, locked up or whatever, or however that the shit go. My thing is this right here. No one, and I repeat, no one has to volunteer any information about 50 Nature Boy to me. You ain't gotta volunteer no information. Yeah, come over here and build. Yeah. BMF Marley said at the end of the day, Nature Boy gonna be getting 3 bills of the cot. You exactly right. You exactly right. But the thing about it is, the crimes Clubfoot, has waged against people. I want you to acknowledge that the people who he waged the crime against, those acts against, man, ain't none of the motherfuckers gonna testify. That's why you seen people like Yaya that left Melanation and never spoke on Nature Boy again. That's why it's like that. Yeah, just like Pocahontas. You ain't heard shit from Pocahontas. You ain't heard shit from Golden Boy. You ain't heard shit from Mama Ave. You ain't heard shit from a lot of these people. You know what I'm saying? Before, that was on here talking about 50 Nature Boy, that was surrounded by him. Those people that left who had an unsatisfactory visit, to the compound. We haven't heard not one motherfucking thing from them. So ask yourself, why haven't we heard anything? Why is, these people that was connected to 50 at one given time, why is it viewed as being so mysterious? What are people so afraid of, and what must there be? What can it be, that got motherfuckers like that? You know what I'm saying? No gifts, no gifts, no gifts, no gifts, Ty. No gifts, Nicole. No gifts, no gifts, no gifts. I don't want no gifts. I'm just going to keep exposing this bitch ass nigga. Keep all of the gifts. I'm over here for a goddamn dude. I got a mission. It's a whole lot of mission. I don't want to get derailed from the mission. I don't want motherfuckers to think, that I'm just over here, for the beans and I done made it into the bean party. No, fuck the motherfucking bean party. It's fuck this bitch ass nigga. That's what it's always going to be. I see a lot of y'all done got to the point where y'all have became likable of certain acts and actions of certain people. Like, that's not what we do. Don't get it fucked up. Yeah, I don't, you say sending gift to, I gained 5 extra points. You might have to come up here because I keep seeing that shit popping up. Yeah, and when I add people to my live stream, when you don't join, you block. That's just how they go. So you need to come up here. What is this shit about this experience and gaining gifts and shit? What is this?
What's up, world? Good morning.
What's going on?
Hey, bro, what you say?
What it says something about for the first time today I gained 5 extra experience points. What is that? How did you do that?
Oh no,
You don't know?
I did that.
I mean, it's just saying that. I don't know what the reason is for that. I mean, it's not nothing bad, nothing wrong or anything. I was trying
I
to figure
don't
out
know.
what it was.
I don't know, bro. Ask Ty. She might know. I ain't even see it come across the screen.
Okay, about some experience points. Okay, bet. That's all that it was. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, somebody say the experience points help you to level up. It's a promotion. I don't want no promotion. Yeah, I don't want no promotion. I do my own motherfucking promoting. You feel me? I've been promoting for 3.5 years before a whole bunch of people even thought about talking about Nature Boy or going live or any of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't need no promotion. I'm the only person that's remaining out of all these clown motherfuckers you done seen in the past. At one time they was going in on Nature Boy and shit. You don't even see their ass no more. You go to their channel now, it look fucked up. Yeah, motherfuckers done went to some other shit. They either arguing with a motherfucker and shit or whatever. Nah, I stay focused on the target. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That other shit don't even matter at this point right now. Yeah, whenever, that you got a man, that's willing to, have a woman online, on live, on Bigo, right, sucking your Jim Jang, or at least giving off the impression that that's going on, there is a problem. It's beyond a fucking problem. Now just think now. Yeah, just think now. Yeah, just think now if a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Let's say that there was a small child, you know, ages 4 to 5 that's in your household. And let's say, for instance, you was watching Nature Boy, you had to use the restroom, or somebody, you know, knocked at the door and you had to go outside, and you left your phone, you know, sitting in your room or at the table. And imagine if one of your children or child was to pick up your phone, and at that moment that child was to see Nature Boy on there with Malia, in this whole illustration of Malia giving him head. Now, just imagine, you know, how things would go then. Think about what you would have to explain then. See, I've had to explain now for going over 3.5 years the dangers, the horror, everything that has to do, you know, with trauma, you know, that's connected to this cult and to this cult leader. It ain't been about kissing nobody ass. It ain't been about running on everybody panel and wanting to be seen and shit. Sometimes it's good for you not to motherfucking be seen. It's done better. A lot of times I hadn't even came on this motherfucker and I had a whole bunch of information. But on Bigo, they say that's when you waking it up. See, I ain't over here to wake it up. I'm over here to expose this motherfucker. I don't want to get caught up in the lingo. That's right. Yeah, I don't want to get caught up in none of these sayings, these slogans. Ain't none of this shit mine. I don't fuck with this motherfucking Chinese ass motherfucking app. You know, I'm using this app in order to bring awareness, because I do understand that there's many people over here that only heard of Clubfoot but don't really know of the seriousness behind this cult leader and what has taken place with people in the past. That's it. That's all. It ain't about none of that other extra shit. What's up, Dimple Gang? Mimi Love, what up? Apple to the G. Yeah, hey, look, we'll do it like that. We'll go in like that. That's the only legitimate thing that I see at this point to do, is to continue to keep it high. Say, why people want to see, oh, I don't know. I don't know nothing about you. I don't even know who the fuck you are. You say they want to see you on a porno. Oh, word. You probably one of them accounts with, oh, okay, yeah, you ain't even a real person. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Well, you blocked too. Okay, little shorty. We'll holler. Yeah. Say Bigo was too wishy. Yeah, it's wishy-washy like a motherfucker. But you say you don't fuck with it like that. Now, when I click on your name, it's gonna give you an option to come up this motherfucker. You ain't gotta be on the camera. You can push that damn button and say video. A lot of y'all gonna bring y'all ass up here today because I be seeing y'all in my comments and shit. Right, y'all be coming over typing all this shit or whatever. We need to hear what the fuck y'all talking about. It's people on here that need to know that it's more people that don't like this motherfucker, that ain't for this shit or whatever. Yeah, don't just flood my comments and type a whole bunch of shit. Right, come and speak on that motherfucking shit. That's why I'm starting to think that a lot of y'all ops. I'm thinking that it's a lot of y'all that's bored, and the only reason y'all might even be over on this motherfucking channel right now because you scrolling Bigo when ain't got shit to do. See, this ain't the when you ain't got shit to do platform. There's plenty platforms. Okay, now what was you saying now?
Hey, Will, this is Dainty D. How you
What's up? Mm-hmm. What's up, Danny? Danny.
doing, World? This is Dainty D. Oh, this is Dainty D, World.
Is this a recording?
No, this is
Oh,
Dainty D.
oh, you kept saying it. I kept talking to you. You ain't hear me though. What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just, um, I don't know. This Bigo, like, I don't know. I don't know. This Nature Boy stuff over here on Bigo is like, I'm sorry, Clubfoot.
You're right.
They just don't get it.
Mm-mm.
They don't get it. They ain't trying to hear what you saying, Beam Team, Lower South Gang, they just like, They all about self and beans and money. That's all they
That's
about
it.
over here.
That's it. That's it. And at the end of the day, if a motherfucker take away from the beans, you won't see a lot of these motherfuckers on here. That's why a lot of these people on here creating these narratives and shit in order to get beans. That's all that it's about. It ain't got shit to do with exposing Nature Boy or making Nature Boy look fucked up, in my humble opinion.
That's right. They ain't about this awareness that we, speaking about. They just about promoting themselves, and they really ain't trying to hear what we gotta say. So, we've been rocking on YouTube all this time,
You feel what I'm
and
saying?
we don't need no. We gotta recharge for beans and diamonds and all
Yeah.
this other crap, and that's not what this is about. You know what
Right.
I mean? All right, but man, I'm just gonna step down. But being team lower self.
I
Can you
appreciate you,
drop me,
young
please?
lady. Already. Lord, Lord. And like I say, man, real true words. You know what I'm saying? Effective words as well. Like I say, since from as long as I'm on what that, I've been blogging, I've been making these posts, I've been going live. You feel what I'm saying? Been doing all that motherfucking shit. I come over this bitch and I see this shit done turned into a shit show of, oh, let me put Nature Boy in the thumbnail and talk about Nature Boy. What the fuck was you talking about before Nature Boy? I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Like, and a lot of these op motherfuckers that you see, they done been on my panel. These same fake ass people that you see out this bitch now claim they out here waking it up on Nature Boy. Like, what the fuck? Let's wake it up on the goddamn situation of why y'all motherfuckers here. Now, I came on Bigo to expose the cult leader. Now, these other people that I see that's from a whole nother motherfucking social media platform that's over here now, what is your purpose for being over here? I'm just trying to figure this out. Not saying that you don't have a purpose or that you can't be over here because I don't run this motherfucker and shit like that or whatever. I just run my network. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? 19657 GT. That's a whole lot, baby. You feel what I'm saying? A whole lot, baby was killed and shit. It ain't no investigation, ain't no shit. And what I've been saying to 19657 GT, I've been saying this shit like for a minute now, as far as Nature Boys correlation and connection, you know what I'm saying, with people that are on the higher tier, and I don't mean the Bigo tier, I mean the higher tier, period, in life, okay? As far as the people, who have created narratives and have put them shits out there, like TMZ. You know how motherfucking fraud TMZ is. They always on the motherfucking scene when somebody get, like when they lose their life and shit. They always following celebrities around and shit or whatever. Like, come on, man. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, what is going on? You say, who was pregnant? Oh, the girl Zoka. Zoka was pregnant. Jayon Hamilton. If baby go, you know what I'm saying? 19657 GT. And I've been saying this for a minute now, as far as of on how that this dude has been protected, and of on how that they placed him in certain areas for a specific mission. And look, right, once you acknowledge what the mission is, what the objective is, what 50 Nature Boy is here to do, then it'll make sense to you. See, with the amount of time that the masses, sit back, when they talk about 50 Nature Boy, it's a lot of shit that go on. We have unjustifiable homicidal acts that take place. We have corruption amongst precincts. You have children who are abducted. There's various things that take place. But see, when people get on the clout train, they get on the clout train, and they say, "Oh yeah, yeah, let me go ahead and talk about Nature Boy, so I can get some beans." Like, what you're doing is you're not helping, nor are you fixing the problem at all. Now, I seen some women earlier today that was talking about Nature Boy and what they wanted to do to him sexually and all this other shit. And then when the dude get on the panel, they act like that it's the coming of Christ and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, how did it get to the point? I hear people all the time say, Young Pharaoh did this, Young Pharaoh did that. And Young Pharaoh did a lot of uploads on Instagram, which was recorded, and then they were posted on YouTube. And when all of this stuff took place, as hard as what he went in the paint, you know what I'm saying, on Nature Boy, Now today, young Pharaoh, he done went on to do, he doing some other stuff right now. He doing some other stuff right now. That's just like Ashe. Ashe doing some different stuff now. Done changed the name and everything. There's a lot of channel holders, I'm sure that you remember at one time, that was talking about Nature Boy. And as long as of on what you remember, those people that was talking about Nature Boy, I think I might be the last, the still remaining that's keeping that heat on this motherfucking ass. And it wasn't never about no beans. It wasn't never about motherfuckers coming to my live. It wasn't none of that motherfucking shit. I remember that there was a time when I didn't even average 100 people in my chat when I made an attempt to bring awareness to this shit. Now I got like a whole handful of people out here that's talking about Nature Boy, and I'm just like, well, damn, how did that start? What were you watching? Like, what channel were you watching that gave you, any insight whatsoever about what's going on with this cult? Because, throughout my short recollection, I can think of hours. Me and my co-host Miss Meek, we spent hours making an attempt to clarify certain things that were misunderstandings that had to do with the cult. Now, by doing that as long as what the fuck that we was doing that shit, now I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, where do all these other people come from? It's like motherfuckers been secretly sitting back in the cut. They've been watching various other channels that post videos and only post videos about Nature Boy. And they say, oh, okay, well, it's the time right now. Let me go ahead and then get it in. Yeah, let me go ahead and then get it in. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what was you getting it in on? What was you waking it up on before any of this shit right here? Like, and whoever, would like to come forth, you can chop it up. I love to hear it. I love to fucking hear this shit right here. I've heard, people do some of the wildest shit that had to do with Clubfoot. Yeah, some of the wildest motherfucking shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? So like I say, I'm gonna be paneled up in a second. Let me get this big boy one time with the one time breakfast right quick. And then I'm gonna come back up in this joint. Yeah, since they say that's what you do on Big O, you gotta wake it up. Yeah, you gotta wake it up and stuff or whatever. So we'll continue on, with this waking up, on 50 Nature Boy. Yeah, because I don't be needing like a whole motherfucking army. Yeah, I don't be needing an army of people to expose some shit I've been exposing for some years now. Say Zoka had a child in a carrier. Beach, you said a carrier. Where's the proof? Oh yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, let me go ahead and add you. If I add you and you don't accept the add, you will be blocked immediately. Okay, that's the only rule over here. Because when people feel like that they can drop all them comments in my chat, you should be able to come up this motherfucker and talk about this shit. Okay, not talk about it to the point where you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you feel me, Woo Fairy? You see this rogue trolling shit going on, right? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and block you. Let's get you out of here. You must be Solar or Loyal or one of them fuck niggas. Let's get you up out of here. Yeah, we don't need your gifts. We don't need none of that shit. Get your motherfucking ass up out of here. Right. Yeah, stop all that shit right there. Yeah, that shit is weird as fuck. Motherfucker come over and put all type of shit up in the comments to make an attempt to control the theme of the channel. You don't control the theme of this channel, nor is your input needed. I do welcome people up on the platform, but your input, it ain't even needed. Nah, your shit ain't needed. Nah, that's just what the fuck we don't do. Yeah, nah, fuck all that. Woo, what's up, Woo?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, this was my question. Like you had said, everybody over here is talking about waking some up, right? But what research has any of them did on him to say anything about him? Like for real, for real. The only thing they're doing is mixing up lies with half truths and trying to make that a storyline. That's it.
How long can you, matter of fact, let's do it like this right here and kill the bullshit. Okay. How many months ago were you on my panel when we was talking about this? This thing I'm talking about from the first time. Okay. How many months had that been, Woo?
Right.
How many months had that been? If you got to think, right? It been that
You think I
motherfucking
got
long, ain't it?
thick?
Right.
Hey, it was. I mean, I've been following you, World, for at least about 3 years now. So, and then I started coming up on the panels maybe about a year and a half ago.
Right.
You
Right.
know, but you know, you was always you were already exposing him. You done already did all the research, and then what these people doing, they going around listening to his lives, then going around listening to other people like you, your research that you had did, watching your videos and mixing them up. That's what it sounds like to me. And don't none of them be knowing what they be talking about.
That's why I'm gonna start playing them old live streams. And it's weird because I'm like, not to be on some hating shit, because I'm not hating on them or no shit like that. I'm just saying,
Right.
come and link up with the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's getting weird to me now. Like it's an opportunist perspective that everybody's approaching the shit.
Exactly. And you know what? And now that you say that, you're right. Because that's just like you said about the thumbnails. That's all you see, dumb pictures of him all over Bigo. Then you click on it, and it's some girl with a half piece of wig on, with some long eyelashes. Talking about I'm a bring the awareness on Nature Boy and this and that. What awareness are you bringing, lady? And you don't even know him from back when he had melanation. Like, come and talk to the real people like you. You know him all the way from when he started.
Say this shit weird
Those
though.
women doing, know him from a month ago.
So I'm like, how are y'all conducting panels and shit? And then it's motherfuckers that, you know, I done seen with Nature Boy, and connected with Nature Boy, and now they doing all this fuck shit at this motherfucker like the dude Kite. You seen that dude Kite be going live now. You see that shit, right?
I saw he had went live one day. I sat in there for about 2 minutes and I bounced. Cause
Right.
in the live that I saw him on was the one when Nature Boy had came up there and was still talking to Kite, manipulating him, all in the same thing. And I'm like, if you left for a reason. So why would you talk to a person that you left from?
Exactly. Exactly. And then you gotta think about this too. If you left and you supposed to not be with carbonation, why do you
Mhm.
still have the carbonation look? Why you still got the wick locks like you wanna be emulate Nature Boy and wanna be down with Nature Boy? Like I peep game with a lot of this fuck shit that's going on right now. That's
Mhm.
word up.
And you know what, world? And to be honest with you, I think like them young guys like Kite and what's that other one, the Zay guy, they want to be like him. And
Hmm.
did you see that picture of Kaja?
Oh yeah.
Kaja got them ugly braids up in her hair. I'm like, who is she with? She done went over there with the other tribe, huh? She want to
Hey,
be down so bad.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna reach out to her and see if I can't get her out there on the beach interview and see what the hell really going on. Because hey, it could be
Right.
something else. It could be something else. But you know, that's the reason why I started reporting on this, not talking about it, but reporting on
Right,
it.
but remember, you did an interview with her,
Right.
so I hope she be happily to do another one with you. If not, then you know it's some F stuff going on. You know.
Hey. But then like I say with the kite dude, because I've been seeing people running over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just
Mm.
like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, do you honestly believe that anybody that leave carbonation and away from Nature Boy, that they're through with Nature Boy?
No. Uh.
Why?
I don't
Give
think.
the
I
people
don't.
that's listening,
I honestly.
give them some reasons why
Okay.
you're saying that.
I don't think none of them are actually through a Nature Boy because that's just like I had peeped about Honor, right? Honor let him. Okay, if you're done with somebody, why would you let him up on your panel? Why would you still be talking to him on the phone or reaching out to him, period? If this man then starved y'all, then beat y'all almost half to death and all of this stuff, like, why would you keep on going back?
Now, you remember,
You see what I'm saying?
do you remember about 8 months ago when I kept saying, why do y'all keep saying narcissist, narcissist, narcissist? And I said,
Right.
every time you do that, you give this demon seed motherfucker energy over you. I said
Mhm.
that the people that deal with the narcissist are what? You remember I told y'all it start with the letter M.
Masochists.
That's right.
I might not have said it right. Oh,
Right.
okay. All right.
So you answered your own damn question why these people still deal with him because those people are masochists. Those are people that
Mm.
derive pleasure of being mistreated, disrespected, misled, and every damn thing else. That's why you have a certain type of person that will be attracted to these carbonation people. You see,
Right.
think of the many carbonation or ex-carbonation members and family members that you've seen me try to help within 3 years.
Exactly.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay,
And
okay.
I'm gonna say this too, world. You bought out most of them people that go over there actually come from good families and good homes. Just look at Kayla. Kayla could bounce and go at any point in time, but it's something going on with them that happened to them in childhood that they just didn't feel accepted or don't feel accepted or something and need some type of somebody to accept them, you know. But I mean, and they set up there and get that man, all their money and taking out loans and you know and degrading themselves. And I'm like, Malia, a half a breath still away from death for real, because she ain't getting no more what is it, treatment. So her weight's starting to go down again. And then she got nerve enough, real, when you boiled that out, when she was going down on Nature Boy. Oh, I was hoping that you would have went live about that. That was just so disgusting. Like, why would you exploit yourself like that? That's just exploitation of women. You on Bigo Live getting hit. Like, come on. Where do you do that at?
Yeah, you can speak on it now. You speak on it now, and it'll just be a feature.
Oh, okay. I was just, was just thinking in my head, let that have been on somebody else's Bigo channel, they would have got banned, right? Right?
They would have got banned.
Any type of sexual, innuendos or
Hmm.
anything like that, and you could clearly see what she was doing.
So that should tell you, being that the person was not reported, the live wasn't taken down, he wasn't
Right.
banana. This should tell you about
Nothing.
the interworkings of people such as himself that are allowed to do certain things because of the amount of people that it's going to reach at one particular time. Now, if you are spreading some truth, about human trafficking or organ harvesting, they'll shadow ban
Right.
you
As
down.
you do. Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
you got to think about how many people one could reach, to be able to do that, just to be able to talk about that. Now think about the adverse reaching that takes place with somebody like Clubfoot that's online doing this with a woman. That's not banana, okay?
Mhm. And then this is my question to these women out here or little girls, because they must not be real women. Because why would you want to go over there and be with a man that's gonna have you on camera in any type of sexual act? That's telling you right there he have no respect for you at all. You're lower than a dog
Right.
to him.
So let me ask you, what did I tell y'all about 2 years ago about what he do with that camera and why certain people
Yep.
say stuff about him?
Like people be paying him to do certain stuff, right? With the women and things like that. Yep. And I believe that. And they sit back and they watch and, probably send him his cash apps and all of that. Well, let's see you do this. Let's see you do that.
Right.
And men probably getting off on that.
Now, just think about, if somebody actually got off on physical, sexual, abusive acts. Now, there's
Mhm.
people that actually enjoy being choked during sexual, role play and intercourse, etc.
Right.
But there's also men that are deviants that enjoy seeing women physically being inflicted and then had sex with. You see? So think about how many
Right.
times when you don't see certain members of Carbonation, the women's of Carbonation, and when they got to heal up and when bruises have to leave, etc. That's the person that's behind a lot of this shit that's supposed to be checked, supposed to be called out for this fuck shit. Not, ooh, whoa, look what happened, and make a thumbnail and talk about Nature Boy for some fucking beans. Let's talk about the real shit.
Exactly. And it's sad over here. Everything is about a being and a storyline because, and that's just like the other day when he was talking to Nateri and April about, oh, y'all gonna jump my lid for me. Y'all don't love me. That
Right.
wasn't nothing but a storyline right there. April and Nateri ain't gonna squash a grape. Like, come on.
Yo,
They
man.
wouldn't even step on an ant.
But you see how that level of programming takes place. And you can see that initially just from that statement alone. Y'all ain't gonna look out
Mhm.
for me. Y'all ain't gonna beat her up, etc. That tell you
Right.
that's the same shit he even been doing with the men. Because the men that are there are not even men. They call themselves warriors, but they in war with themselves. They more feminine than the women that's over there. Because anything that
Right.
he
They
tell them to do,
warriors. They whores for Nature Boy
that's
world.
right. That's right.
You know.
That's right.
Mhm.
So that's what
They
I'm saying
Nature
within
Boy
itself.
whores.
Imagine, things that he's told them to do. Imagine the things that he's asked the men to do as far as fighting amongst themselves. Hell, I might even have to play back that live stream with Shaka. You remember when Shaka was saying that stuff about what Kite done? You don't remember that? You don't remember when he said that shit?
Say it again, world. My sound had went out a little bit. What'd you say,
Okay, now
real
you
quick?
clear. Now you clear. Now I don't know what it
All
happened.
right.
Yeah, but do you remember that stuff when Shaka was saying what Kite did to one of the women that was there? Remember when he was saying something about how when I was asking, I was like, damn, what the niggas be doing? So they just be over there jacking off and shit. Like ain't nobody fucking nobody or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they all hang together playing ping pong and shit. And you remember when Shaka had said about what Kite did to a certain woman that was over there?
No, I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna play that motherfucker back then.
Oh wow.
hmm That's why I say y'all are so easily, quickly misled. Anybody, and I repeat, anybody that's been connected to Nature Boy, that's been a part of carbonation, if they through with carbonation, then that's supposed to mean they through with carbonation. So if you through with the motherfucker, why wouldn't you come and then divulge what took place there? Okay? You see?
Exactly.
Like,
And that's my thing. And why wouldn't you divulge it to people that's willing to help you get it to the proper people? Or why wouldn't you go to the proper authorities if you really wanted that man, dealt with? On a, like on a, like being charged for what he's doing. If you're saying that he's really mistreating people, in which we know that he do, okay, my question would be why none of y'all ever went to the police? Nobody. So that means that you're really not done with him. You really want to keep a line open to him.
right, right. There will always be a line and a connectivity, with this shit right here. That's just like, the Kite dude. I mean, he in the States now, something happened that was bad, right? Everybody was saying this stuff about, he was physically abused or there was some altercation or there was some sparring match amongst the men. I've heard a whole bunch of shit. But hell, what do you do about that stuff? Like, was there nothing said, or is it just now that you're back in the States? Hey, let's play music and let's listen to Babylon music and let's get some beans like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like Nature Boy is saying all these motherfuckers out on individual missions with fake ass stories and shit. It always
Yep.
fake story shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. They leave for a little while and then they end up going back. Or they still be donating to him or getting money. I think the money that they do gather up, they still send to him and support him.
Oh, I very wholeheartedly.
And these women out here, if they look like they don't have nothing better to do with their money, open up a bank account that says, I would donate to Nature Boy, but I'm going to save it for me today. Let that add up.
Right,
You know,
right.
just like Wizzy. Wizzy was waiting 6 years on this man. Like, what?
Big Wizzy was waiting. Big Wizzy wanted to do it, but you gotta understand that. Hey, China, don't drop no gifts. I appreciate it, but don't drop no gifts. Nah, I'm just over here flooding this shit with the awareness today. Nah, I don't need none of that. Yeah, nah, don't drop nothing. I've been dropping this shit. I'm gonna keep dropping this shit. And like I said, this is
I wish somebody would tell me I had to sleep on a concrete floor.
a fucking floor. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
You got you
get
got
out
you got a cult leader
of
having
here.
a motherfucker sleep on the concrete floor. How does that make any sense?
No, but world, did you see how he buttered her up though? When she first got over there, she was with the other wives. He had to make her feel comfortable and, all of that. But then he hurried up and, changed that scenario when he couldn't, I guess he didn't want to, up there with the wives no more. He like, okay, this the real deal. He gonna manipulate it. No, you need to learn the knowledge. What knowledge? What knowledge is there?
And then
Everyday common sense stuff that people ought to already know.
And then think about how ironic this is. All that everyday stuff that people should know. He even named Big Wizzy knowledge.
Right, right. So in that fact, then you would think she would have some knowledge, right?
She might got knowledge, but she
And
got understanding. She doesn't have assertiveness, and she damn sure don't have great comprehensive skills. Because if she wanted to lose weight and stuff, I'm sure there's various ways to do
she
that.
could have did that at home, world.
She could have.
All she had to do was pull back from the table and not buy groceries like he do. I bet you right now, over in that house, ain't nothing in there to eat but a bag of rice with some beans. And you might get a mango off a tree every now and then, I guess.
Hey, yo, hey, them motherfuckers probably be putting mangoes in the beans over that motherfucker just to have them motherfuckers shit, motherfucker. Like, I seen them motherfuckers sitting at the table eating. It was a big ass table. They was sitting there. Malia was happy and shit. Man, them beans look so motherfucking old. Man,
Mm.
I done ate every motherfucking bean on this earth. Every bean. Goddamn bean pie, goddamn lima bean. I done ate every motherfucker.
Right?
Man, I looked at them beans. Them beans were so goddamn old. I know when beans got them look when beans start looking like goddamn chop
Yeah.
soup and shit. Man, them motherfuckers old. Man, them beans was
Hey,
old.
world, you know them loaves they give out in prison? You know them loaves where they add everything to it and
Man,
just give, some inmates a loaf?
let me let
A
me
loaf probably would have looked better than what they had.
let me explain that. Okay, all right. I think that
Oh, my God.
in prison, of course, you know that there would be correctional, female correctional officers that's working, but it's
Hmm.
in a men correctional facility. So, the men can't, be with the women, but what the men can do is masturbate off the woman while looking at the women and getting it off and then going about their day. This is what they do. And it started in North Carolina. If you are caught masturbating on a woman, they'll send you to the hole. And when they send you to
Mm.
the hole, which is segregation, lockup, once that you're there, they're gonna feed you Nutriloaf. Nutriloaf is everything out of the kitchen that they don't eat. Okay, everything that's not
Ugh.
right. Like if they make a whole thing of beans and it's like two big ass trays left of beans, that goes to every inmate that's locked up. And the Nutriloaf is beans, greens, peas, tomato, all this shit mixed together, everything. Old rice, old bread,
Right.
that hard molded bread, all of this
Mm.
grinded together, and once it's mushed up, then it's dropped into like a pan, and then they put it in the oven and they heat it up, and it's hard, and that's just your meal. That's what you get served thrice a day for 2 weeks. That's right.
Mm.
Get you not to have a likeness, a urge, nor a desire for a woman. You see that reverse psychological abuse to take place? Have a motherfucker
Right.
have a motherfucker even question on whether or not if they should be erect or not, only by these fucking things, these principles that's set up by the damn system. All of these
Right.
factors, right? And that's that neutral low shit. So hell, right, Big Wizzy might have motherfucking been better off though.
Yeah, she might have been better off with a lower.
Yeah, might have been. Man, I don't know, but I know it's fucked up, man, how they did it because it's like when you look at even the script that she played, okay, you see what part she played in the script as far as with
Right.
she's leaving alone with Kite. That's how we know he ain't. That's how we know he ain't writing Zach until he come and stand on it.
Hmm.
That
Right.
come on, y'all left together. You left together.
Mm.
But then you supposed to make me believe now that it's something different, being that I never thought that there was anything different with Big Wizzy other than them selling the fucking narrative of how long she knew him running that fake ass Dr. Bishop jargon about when they
Mm.
first had sexual intercourse. That was all made up. All of that
Right.
made up.
And world, I was thinking about it, and to be honest with you, all these different characters he changing into,
Hmm.
I think those are characters that he grew up with, and now he's bringing them out.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All just as Cody said, there is nothing but storylines. That's like I don't know if y'all and that from out. Yeah, I don't be liking to write stuff. I have people write stuff for me. See, this motherfucker think he a sage. He think he Gandhi and shit. Like he got motherfuckers, writing on animal skin and shit with feathers and ink and shit. He think he one of these motherfuckers writing on, getting people to write on the scroll. But what you gotta understand is this is a unschooled, unlearned person, only taught through social media via videos. You hear a combination of fuck shit. It ain't got nothing to do with no knowledge. This motherfucker,
Right.
he's speaking so many fucking run-on sentences that I be tripping over people that just be sitting there listening to him like, damn, you really dumbing the fuck down, right? You dumbing the fuck
Right. And the only thing Boy learned how to do was manipulate women that don't have a life or a man on social media and got them to donate to him. That's all he did. That was it.
blank, period point blank, and he was able to manipulate, a lot of, sisters, and I still call you sisters
Hmm.
because y'all still my sisters. I still fuck with y'all. He just tricked your ass, but don't get mad
Yep.
because I'm telling you about it, and I be, joking about it, but he tricked the fuck up out of you. That's all that it is. I heard a woman talking about having sex with Nature Boy. This woman gonna say, yeah, he need to have sex with a stallion and all this. I started, man, I'm sitting there listening to this shit like, woman, you got this shit fucked up. You know what I started to put in that chat? Do you know who Keno Reflection is? Tell him who Keno is, Woo.
Keno was the guy that had HIV that went over there with Nature Boy. And Nature Boy had took all his herbs from him. That's why Keno left, because he couldn't, have his herbs to keep him up.
Hmm. So, what was Keno saying about Nature Boy when he left? Remember when he uploaded on that video? What was Keno saying to Nature Boy? What did he tell 50 Nature Boy? Hold on, I'm gonna make sure. I think she might have got a call right at this great point right here. I'm gonna let the sister go in on this right here, just as many other people that's gonna come up here, and we'll continue to expose this shit. Okay, and if you feel like jumping up on the video call, you can hop up on the video Jim Jank to the Jim Jank as long as we get this information out here. Yeah, exactly. But you know, those are like when you focus on Nature Boy being in a fucking talent show, like you are allowing for the narrative to heighten and increase, okay? We know who was out here with the drip idol. We know that, okay? So it's like everything the TKO do, that's what he do. Vice fucking versa. Even when he be claiming like he don't know him, he ain't this, he ain't that. Yeah, you all of that and more. Because what you made an attempt to get out here on social media and do as if you fresh out of prison and don't know nothing and you know you just fresh out and you just got a girlfriend and another girlfriend and you polygamous. Like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just it's a different role in the narrative. You have to understand that there's various actors and actresses, but throughout all these actors and actresses, like there's various roles that they can play. You see, you have to meet the requirements. You gotta meet the requirements. Nature Boy has brought people around him. He brought people around him that are willing. They're willing, ready, and able to be taken advantage of. That's why they remain there as long as what they do. And exactly, it's motherfucking talent.com. It ain't nothing more than motherfucking talent.com. Whenever that you see a guy that's connected, you know, with somebody from California who once played on the Parenthood TV show, as well as him being somewhat of on the set of the Monique show, as well as years later him being in a 24-hour Airbnb with the people connected to Monique. Man, come on, man. This ain't nothing but a narrative, and I told y'all that. Now, when I start playing these old ass videos, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's going to start making sense to you. Then you're going to figure out, you know, why certain people distance themselves, why they didn't want, you know, stuff to do with certain stuff or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like it's getting weird to me right now. Just like with the whole situation with Mariah Lynn Kelly, you know, and as of on how bad that was. She stabbed her mother to death, you know, damn near 2.5 months after leaving 50 Nature Boy, after 50 Nature Boy left her no food, etc. You see, so we're not gonna forget these things. It's not as if that it just didn't happen or we're gonna move on from that. Something as serious as a mother taking the life, as a daughter taking the life, of her mother. Like not only should this trend social media, but one would have to ask, why is it that disappeared just as other things disappeared? Just like when 50 Nature Boy and them was in motherfucking Nicaragua. When they was in Nicaragua, when they was in Palenque, there were various times, you understand, where there were uploads, there were petitions, that were blogging, they were trending on social media. There even was media coverage that took place back then. But to no avail, you heard nothing about this. You heard nothing whatsoever fucking ever, about this. So why is it that you can have the average run-of-the-mill dope boy that'll have 7 to 10 different charges? 7 to 10 different charges. Them guys they be so smooth. They do everything smooth. It's damn near impossible for them to get hit. But then you have somebody blatantly like 50 Nature Boy that's committed several crimes, atrocities, against scores of people. It's been on the news. There's been a documentary on BBC, but to no avail. There's nothing that has been done. What have I told you since day one? What have I told you since day one? You remember when I did the live stream and I was telling y'all about DARE? I don't know if y'all know about DARE, but DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. And DARE was a program throughout DARE, in the late 80s, early 90s. With DARE, what they did was they gave out these stickers for, children, who combated, drug abuse. But it really was a manipulative secret method, that was used by the system, in order to get information about Asiatics, about melanated beings, about, Moorish Americans, about Moorish beings, the indigenous. Like, they were sent, they were assigned, with this program to get this information called DARE. And what they did with DARE, they gave these t-shirts out in school, whereas there were many children who had knowledge of people who had drug, alcohol, abusive problems as well. And the funny thing about DARE, they said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We know exactly what they like to do. Now, this was the Nintendo era. This was before the PlayStation. This was before the Xbox. This is before, going live with your headphones and talking to people all damn day. They said, yo, let's find a way to be able to reach the masses of people. Let's go ahead and put the program out. Let's put the program out. You know what they did? They went to all of the recreation centers and they made a compliance with the owners as well as the employees, of these gymnasiums and recreation centers. And they said, we're going to introduce something to you. We'll supply you money to get pads and helmets and everything else so, that y'all can, run a football scrimmage against us. And they said, well, who is us? And the us was them, and the us was PAL. You ever heard of PAL? PAL was like a football movement, where a lot of people joined, went to recreation centers and played football against each other. See, PAL, was actually, the police athletic league that worked with the drug abuse resistance education. You see how they was able then to find out, what was taking place, within inner cities, within these community schools of black people. You see how this took place with melanated beings? That's what I'm trying to tell you about this PSYOP and how this motherfucking shit right here is ran. You think a motherfucker don't know what's going on right now as long as we done covered this? See, look right. Y'all done made several attempts in order to desensitize the truth. Don't think with all this shit flying over the screen that me or anybody connected with lower self gain, that we're going to be confused, we're going to be moved, we're going to be thrown off, or any of that motherfucking shit. Yeah. Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. And then just like I said the other day, I said watch. Now after all this stuff done took place, I said watch Velvet come back on here and cash on with the bean. Watch this shit. Now all the people that been talking about Nature Boy, watch, now they gonna flip over. Watch what I'm telling you. They gonna switch over. Then they gonna start talking about Velvet. Watch this shit, right? And then you gonna have people that's done personalized all this shit dealing with 50 Nature Boy. You gonna see all them people then coming out here and emoting over this motherfucking shit. Now, as I tell you time and time again about these motherfucking narratives, I tell you this only by experience, not about how I feel. Because it ain't got shit to do with how I feel. I've been disconnected the way I feel about a lot of shit. I disconnected that shit with how I feel about a lot of shit. And what I had to do was I had to use my better judgment to be able to communicate this to each of y'all. Because I do understand with people that are tuning in that there may be some things that you missed out on. We're not going to let you forget. Look, we're not going to let you forget, okay? So like I said, when I start up a panel, Jim Jank, I'll bring you guys up or whatever. Boom, and we go ahead and then make it make sense. Matter of fact, I got to get my other Jim Jank to the Jim Jank. I might even throw y'all a premiere. Yeah, I might just start back doing the premieres too. Say COINTELPRO set it up. Oh man, what? You already know what it is. Man, look, when that took place with COINTELPRO, that era in time within itself is a build. That's an entire build. When you start talking about COINTEL, when you start talking about the coin, it's two sides to every story, two sides to every coin. When you look here, when we start talking about COINTELPRO, we start talking about coin intelligence, these professionals that were used and how did they actually gain certain information and why certain people was knocked the fuck off. Man, shit like this right here, it won't even bedazzle you. It won't even bedazzle you. You won't even be hyped up about none of this shit, man. You see? That's why when people start to, truthfully expose this, they become shadow bananaed. You feel me? Yeah, you have the shadow banana. Now, when you think in terms of emasculating a man, one of the most emasculating ways that they've used through media to depict, melanated beings like in a funny, jokingly light, was the minstrel and the minstrel character, the black, melanated, charcoal black person with the all red lips. That was used to be disrespectful and to define a nation of people, as if that we were not going to be able to have touch with, our beauty, as a nation of people. See, they attempted to do that with the minstrel character. And that's on a whole nother Willie Lynch Jim Crow bill. Now going on to the banana and through the media, through the social media, how that they're using the banana. Think about one of the toughest shogun, mafiosa, king, supreme, men that you would think about, the super person, the all in all person, sitting up, with their drawers on, eating a banana. You see how that happens? You see how that happens, right? But then they feel some kind of way about you if you was, to say the BAN. You feel what I'm saying? Now that's weird as hell. That's how you know that there is an allegiance of people that are working together, that are saying, hey, we need to use all of you for this and give you the impression that you'll be making so much money. But while that you are captivating, you have so many people collected together that are listening to you. Those same people will miss out on some of the most serious shit that's going on in the world. That's all that, man. That's all that it is, yo. Yo, I'm trying to look, what? Stop playing, man. One time with the one time. Now run them gifts up. See, I don't want you to run no gifts when I'm talking about nature, boy. I want you to run them motherfucking gifts up when you get in that work, okay? Because I can speak on it in a way that's right, that's not viewed as being in somewhat of a violation on this motherfucking platform. So let's get that understood. Because the same damn people, and I repeat, the same damn people that's on here right now, that's gifting nature, boy. Right, low key using different accounts, trying to get him to a box and stuff. These are the same people who have suffered the abuse that you see the abuse in Carbonate. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. That's why they gravitate to him. Whenever that you speak out on it, they start looking at you like you're crazy. That's why you have so many people that want to, ban with an allegiance of going live and then talking about it. Where was you at 3.5 years talking about it? Was it not important to you then? That shows then that you were even caught up in a narrative. You were even caught up in the hype and said, let me be another opportunist that's not doing research whatsoever. But, this is what I'm going to do right now. That shit is weird as fuck to me. I don't get it. So like I say, when I open up this panel, anybody that feel any kind of way about that, yeah, you definitely can join. We'd love to hear what you have to say. That's any and all people. We're not gonna time out people. The only way we're gonna time out people from now on my damn channel is when someone says something that's disrespectful. Other than that, hey, we would love to hear this stuff because I think I do have a large motherfucking catalog of receipts of damn near anybody that got an issue with me on several times that they've been on my platform. So since we waking it up, let's wake this motherfucker all the way up. Let's not halfway wake it up. Yeah, no. We're not gonna halfway wake it up. Let's wake it up in its entirety. Cause I see now that it's some shit that's misunderstood, and we don't want these things to be taken out of context only by way, of people receiving beans. I've counseled people for days on other platforms who now feel like that they, are supposed to be talking about this soul shit or whatever they got to do, with other people who were connected with other people. But like I say, I'm just going to be playing. I'm going to be streaming old videos. I don't even know if I'm going to premiere them motherfuckers or what. I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. But I'm gonna make sure that that info do get out there, and you will have some shit to listen to. You know, aside from these panels that's gonna jump off, because when I do jump these joints off, we coming up here for the exposure. Okay, that's right. It's nothing that you could come up here and repeat. There's nothing that supposed to be left out. And if there's something that's incorrect, let's go ahead and let's get with the correcting all of this shit. Yeah, because I've been listening to a lot of these live streams and I've been like, damn, y'all just really caught up in 50 like that. Like 50 got you fucked up like that. Like when I heard the lady this morning and she said that shit about changing Nature Boy if he had sex with her, I was like, well, you don't know what you getting yourself into. Yeah, you done already in your mind. You got a mental STD. You got a mental STD before you even get with that sucker. Yeah, before you even cross that joker right there. Yeah, you done, and look, you done already fell in. You know why? Because you've undermined your better judgment. You've allowed for social media to get you caught up. Yeah, you got that motherfucking mental STD. Come over here. Come over here to the Make It Make Sense Network. We'd love to hear all about that stuff and why you're so captivated, you know, by a motherfucker that's been plaguing communities. Been plaguing communities, yo. Do you not understand when people come to carbonation, the same as when people came to melanation, that they were exposed, they engaged in sexual role play, sexual intercourse. You do understand that, right? So once that they communicated, you know, a STD, what they did was they came back over to the state after being an actor or actress in the narrative of, for whatever reason, not dealing with Nature Boy no more. So after engaging in sexual intercourse with him, in fact, that has an STD, despite what he would tell us, okay? We know what we've seen, not what the fuck that we heard. So once those people come back to the state and they deal with unbeknownst sexual partners, you feel me? That's right. They in turn become carriers of this disease, okay? So now do you see how deadly that it is? Think about how many times Nate Terry done been in carbonation. Think about how many times Nate Terry done deal with any of these wannabe cult leaders, from Yada to the dude Paragon Meek. Now it ain't no Paragon, so it's just Meek. But think about all these different individuals. Prince York. Think about all these people that she had sexual intercourse with, came back to the States, and then she engaged in sexual intercourse with men that didn't even know nothing about that. Because I ain't no way in the hell a man gonna be in a bar and see Nate Terry and not want to hit her. Now you can say what you want to say, but let's speak with the truth right now. Let's detach our personal feelings with this shit for a moment. Now, when those men, you know, do engage with her, you think that she's alerting them, that she's a carrier, that she just left a coat, a sex coat at that, where unprotected sex is the norm. That's the regular. Do you think that she's explained this to men? Okay, and being that she hasn't explained this to men, think about how many additional women that they've slept with, not even, you know, stating to the women that they are dealing with at the time about the prior time and who that person was that they slept with, who just so happened to have been in a cult. Think about it. This shit is deadly, man. Look, I'm telling you, this shit deadly out here. I'm telling you, this shit deadly. Look at here. Think now. Think. Uh-huh. Think now. Peep game. Now, just think about all of the men that Nate Terry has engaged in sexual intercourse with. And those men not knowing about Clubfoot. Those men not knowing about Yada. These men not knowing shit. Peep game with this shit now. Now you've seen her leave, go back, leave, go back. And you've also seen her with Prince York. when Nature Boy and TKO Capone did the PK, you seen Nate Terry in Vegas with TKO Capone. Man, I don't think she just went all the way to Vegas just to be on the camera with him and, sing and stuff or whatever. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, man. One thing about me, man, like I say, when I was incarcerated, man, I paid attention to shit, right? I done seen motherfuckers' whole face change on this app, you hear me? And I ain't talking about using filters, but I done seen motherfuckers' whole face change and shit, man. Uh-huh. That's word up. I've seen it before. That's why I say, anybody that's done been around Nate Terry, I don't give a damn what she call herself now, but anybody that's done been around Nate Terry, and the reason I keep saying her damn name, because that's that female's name that was on the movie that's called Avatar. I don't know if you ever seen Avatar before, or you don't, if you have, you know about that big ass motherfucking tree. You know about the color of the avatar, and you should understand when Nature Boy start calling the members of Carbonation as well as himself Avatar this, Avatar that. I want you to understand that science with the color blue and what they were actually making an attempt to put out, on social media. That's why I keep saying Nate Terry. Nate Terry, look it up. It's spelled the exact same damn way. But with Nate Terry, and Nate Terry, going to a whole nother planet. Because, when they in the tropics, they kind of feel like, they on a whole different planet and shit or whatever. Like Planet Rick and shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's a whole different planet that ain't even connected, with this universe and shit. But when Nate Terry does leave from Nature Boy, each time, and when she come back over here and sleep with whoever, think about on how that disease is heightened. For an example, when Nate Terry, was with Shaka Zulu, he was with Shaka and Star, Shaka's wife, all of them were together. You see, I don't even know if they at the time knew on what the problem was. Not saying that Star was the problem or Shaka or his wife. No, I'm talking about Nate Terry. Nate Terry got out this motherfucker, done took the video down now, but I still got the damn video, and you know that her and her sister sat on a live and said that they was in a polygamous relationship with the same man, and her sister are twins. And I thought about that. And I said, wait a minute. So both of y'all was in a polygamous relationship. So you and your sister getting fucked by the same dude. Y'all in the same room, sleep the same bed. Y'all doing all this shit right here. But you want me to believe that you're not a carrier of a disease or is not connected with a disease? How sway? So moving along with that, right? When I found out that the guy that Nate Terry was with in the polygamous relationship was just so happened to be an Asian. Not saying anything disrespectful to all Asians, but Asians in general. So when I peeped that, I said, well, damn, it's kind of ironic after living this lifestyle, being in this polygamous relationship, that months, if not years later, that she would find herself with Nature Boy. Think about this shit, man. Think about this shit, man. Those are two of the most powerful combination of STDs put together. You got a man that was dancing in Atlanta as a male exotic dancer, engaging in sexual intercourse with other men. This was like of the norm. Not to mention, what took place with Dean Willoughby, and Dean Willoughby when he, injected 50 Nature Boy. See, I ain't talking about no stories with somebody, done made up and shit. I'm talking about the real shit, okay? So when we're looking at all of this shit and more with these diseases, these people that have been placed together, and how possibly that could be somewhat of a potential problem, for people that don't know about it, that shit is real out this motherfucker. That's why you see only but certain individuals that remain around 50 Nature Boy, okay? You got to think about it. Nate Terry was talking cash shit, in agreement with Velvet sitting on a panel damn near fucking 4 or 5 days before she was then seen with Nature Boy talking about going back to carbonation. She always used to fulfill the narrative, to heighten the plot, to take the damn drama to a level of its pinnacle. See, whenever that Nature Boy, run out of shit to do that's effective with getting money, that's when he bring in these C-lists and D-lists and EFGHIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXY and Z actors and actresses. He do it every time. That's why I told y'all when them people was writing this shit in the beginning, right, of on how that it was supposed to go. See, Nature Boy, you know that you went off script. See, it was supposed to be you and Keno. You know that you and Keno was supposed to be in that motherfucking gay relationship. You know that. You know when Keno went live, that's why he was mad, because you lied about the shit that took place and you played with him, my G. Like, straight the fuck up. Now, come on now. Stop playing. When you went against the grain, what you did was, that's when you start wanting to have sex with women. That's what the fuck you wanted to do. Because I can show motherfuckers videos and fucking just pictures when it used to be Olmec, Velvet, and Tron. Tron didn't have a woman. Azul didn't have a woman. Just like your gay ass, Nature Boy, you didn't have no motherfucking woman. Okay? So when you started secretly sleeping with Velvet, when Olmec said that she was sleeping out of the tent, when he peeped that shit right there, dude, that's when you went against the grain. That's when the powers to be, you see, that's when they start working against you then. You see, you wanted to do it yourself. At first, they was telling you what to do, but then you sat back and said, let me write it this way. Let me get out here and do this, and let me see if I can take it this way. Listen, dude, you're not fooling nobody. Not now, not back then. We got the proof for all of this shit. That's why you are in utter desperation right now. You don't never see me running around getting on different people's platforms and shit. You don't never see that shit, ever. Now, I will get on people's platform, but you don't see me doing as he's done. You know why he's doing it? Because he has to constantly make an attempt to bring new people to his channel, to ensnare them, entice them, persuade them, manipulate them to be a part of the fuck shit that he's into, okay? That's all that it is. He know that people are waking up every motherfucking day. That's why this motherfucker is out here right now running rampant. We done seen all these different actions before, but he even know that it's all coming to a conclusion. Hey, look at here. It's all coming to a conclusion. And when I start playing them old ass videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I don't mean old videos of him. I'm talking about old ass videos where I gave commentary with the impression back then to make people aware of on what the fuck was going on. That's all the fuck I was doing. Before some beans, before any of that motherfucking shit, this was the objective. This was the fucking agenda. It wasn't about none of that extra shit. So now, we at this era and shit or whatever. Yeah, we at this era. I've heard a lot of people say that they want this to end, but at the same time, they support people that's connected to him. All the people that you ever seen that's connected with Nature Boy, not one, and I repeat, not one should be trusted. None of their information should be regarded as being helpful. These people are on an assignment by him, from him, to be able to rock you to sleep. Don't believe none of it. Do not champion them. Don't come around them. These are all adults that we're talking about. Nobody's trying to save them. They're not children. The only child that's over there is baby Jahumi, okay? Nobody's out here feeling sorry for any of them. We're not trying to raise no money. We're not trying to get them no beans. That's why I sit over here and told you, don't even give me no beans when I'm building on this, because we're going to talk about some real shit. We're not out this motherfucker rewriting narratives. We're not repainting pictures. We're not, out here, playing, we are the world. No, that's not what the fuck that we doing, because for us to do that would show of on how much of an ignoramus is that we we are to even be trying to help a motherfucking cult or a so-called ex-cult member when we know that they're never ex-cult members, because once you become, a part of a cult, you always in a cult. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care where you go. I don't give a fuck how you put it. Motherfucker, if you in a cult and everybody wearing flat tops, when you leave the motherfucking cult, you better get a goddamn bald head. You better prove that you're not a part of the cult. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck about how you make shit seem, make shit sound. I done seen a lot of motherfuckers standing at the interstate with cardboard signs and shit, and I done stopped and looked at them like, what the fuck is this? Like, motherfucker really doing this type shit or whatever? Like, in a situation type of shit or whatever. And at the same time, them same damn people, I done been in the cut doing other shit and done seen them leave with the cardboard, walk past the trash can, throw it in it, take their keys out their pocket and get in their car and then bounce. Yeah, it's weirdo motherfuckers like that be standing right at the interstate recording your ass when you come up. You don't even know. Motherfuckers got GoPro mini cameras in their shirts and shit. I done peeped it all, man. I came up to a motherfucker one time. I pulled up and shit. They was at the end. I had got off the interstate and shit. I'm coming off and shit or whatever. Turning around the corner and shit. Motherfucker standing there and shit. I took my hands and put them over my damn face. So I took my one hand and put it over my face, right? And the motherfucker was looking like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, motherfucker, that's what I thought. Because I knew that's what the fuck you was doing anyway. You don't give a fuck about no money, motherfucker. There's too much money out here in the world. Every motherfucking body got money. If you don't got money, you just a dumb motherfucker. Straight like that. So you're not about to make me believe, motherfucker, that you just gonna stand out here with a damn sign asking for money. No, you out here doing inventory. That's what you're doing. You're another motherfucking psyop, a part of the motherfucking narrative. That's why all these children continue to keep getting missing. These motherfucking, young adults out here smoking weed and shit. Motherfuckers out here on 2021 Love Boat and shit in the whole nine. Throwed off on shit or whatever. Yeah, done got laced with fentanyl. It's a lot of our teens that's being missing, being disappeared out here. While we caught up in this fuck shit. That's why the fuck shit exists. That's why it exists. That's why it exists. You feel? I'm telling you some real shit. That's why this shit keep going the fuck on. And it'll continue to go on because the same people, like I told you from the fucking beginning, that's connected with this shit. That's why they ass over here on Bigo now. They have to continue to help him. That's why they here. It ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do, with their individual free will and coming to Bigo. No, they're here to assist him. And when they listen to me, like how they're listening now, they already know that I'm right and exact. Yeah, man, they done played the part since day one, man. This ain't nothing but a great big old low budget ass movie. They use it online. It's a social experiment. That's all the fuck that it is. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Why did they continue to manipulate some of the most impressionable, non-educated, non-informed motherfuckers with getting vaccines out this bitch? You better motherfucking wake the fuck up. That's right. We don't believe nothing that these motherfuckers talking about, period, point blank, okay? Now, as far as families, like family members, now, I did see the video on the lady. I have to look and see what her name, let me see what her name is, hold on. Yeah, because people was telling me about, you know what I'm saying, Nine's mama and the video that everybody was putting on their page. But I'm gonna tell you, right, because I found her page, and it's the same video on there. I'll probably play it today just to listen to it, but I want y'all to hear it. And it's weird, you know what I'm saying, because when you hear people, who actually have children that are, a part of this script, that's a part of this motherfucking cult, it really make you wonder, what the dominance is in the minds of most of these people that we see and hear, especially when they have upright thinking parents. This tells you that there's a deeper agenda that's going on right now. You know what, LaDon, I seen an article on that as well. And for a person to even be told that, I want you to understand that there will be scores, if not thousands, of people that will run headlong to do that without even questioning what that this motherfucking shot would be. That's word up. Motherfuckers won't even know what the vaccine is, what's in the damn vaccine. You know, they don't question none of that shit, but would be willing to take it like it's some of the strangest, weirdest shit that I've seen to this day. It's the strangest shit. So this is why you keep seeing Nature Boy making up all this fuck shit. So you'll be thinking about that shit, but you won't be thinking about what I'm telling you. That's all that it is. This is the agenda. Right. Remember when I told you it's a psyop? It's a psychological operation. They operating on your psyche, which is your mind. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that they're doing. It's an exorcism every day. They just want to see how you going to respond to it. A motherfucker told me, right, I was chilling and, you know what I'm saying, they had reached out and told me about the gas shortage. So I was like, where? Oh, shit, let me hurry up and go ahead and snatch me up some. Man, I seen people acting like the world was about to end. And I'm sitting here like, so you think that it's just no more gas, huh? So you think this is just over? Is it that, or is it that they want to see how you going to respond to not having any gas? The same way how they wanted to see how you was going to respond when they were saying that all of these products were made in China. You remember that shit? It's kind of ironic that when all these products that they were talking about that were made in China, you know, years later, you would hear them, you know, speaking about COVID, you know what I'm saying, after the coronavirus, you would hear that shit, right? You see how it's all running you see how it's running neck to neck? You see the connectivity with all of this shit? You see how they were able, you know, with the coronavirus to the COVID-19, how that they were able to easily sell, you know, a large portion of sanitary products that were not being purchased, which in fact, you know, they took a loss because of on how much that was made, these hand sanitizers, etc. They put out the whole demonstration with the corona first, then the COVID-19. Like, this is all an experimental process that's taking place. They want to see what you're going to do. They want to see if you're going to go crazy. Just like they wanted, you know, me to be crazy. They wanted to watch it on camera. You know, like, you got to think about how many, like, honestly, you got to think about how many people were recorded. How many people were filmed that actually drove up to the damn gas station, you know, after they see the damn bag on the motherfucking gas pump and shit. Like, these motherfuckers watch this. Do you not understand that those fucking overhead highway and interstate cameras have caught several people over engulfed, upset, in an outrage, so to say, only because they thought that there were not going to be gas? This is population control. This is them controlling your motherfucking mind. This is them controlling the masses the same way how that they would use an instrument like Clubfoot, like 50 Nature Boy, to control your scope of understanding things right before your motherfucking eyes. That's all that they're doing. I'm trying to tell you, it's so impressionable that once you're caught up in it, man, it'll be so much shit take place. Hell, your neighbor may even go through a traumatic experience you wouldn't even know. You know why? Because you've already closed yourself off. You've closed yourself off and you're paying so much attention to this motherfucker. Uh-huh. You say just coming in contact. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. You say just coming in contact with a vaxxed person can cause a non-vaxxed pregnant woman to miscarry. Shoot, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I haven't seen any information, you know, on that. I definitely will research it, being that you did say that. Yeah, because that's deadly. Yeah, that's beyond motherfucking deadly. But you have to look at the agenda, how the agenda was put out here. Like I was speaking about, you know, the made in China products. Okay, most definitely. Yeah, do that on the gram. Yeah, hopefully they don't get upset with me saying on the gram. But yeah, you have to think about how certain things were put in place in order to stabilize people and to control people as well. Okay, word. I didn't even in the queue. What's up, Woo? Woo.
RN nurse had told me that she's not taking the vaccine because she's trying to conceive a baby. So
Mm.
she said her and her husband won't be taking it. So that made me think, I'm like, well, you're an RN and you ain't gonna get it because you're trying to have a baby. Like, so what's in it, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So people that are not questioning that are still questioning where's Zoka's baby at. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Think about
Hmm.
it, yo. Think about it.
And then people were saying, remember when they did that video and they were dressed up and they was burning whatever they were burning?
Yeah.
They were trying to say that they saw baby feet and all that up in there. I don't believe that. I ain't seen none.
No. And that's the
He ain't that crazy.
Nah. And the thing about it too, you have to look at how certain narratives will be painted, who the people are that are saying stuff like that, without
Right.
factual proof, just simply assuming things, like I have to, see things lined up and shit. Like when I tell you that motherfucker Yakin is God, should not be dealt with. He should not be brought up. No one should listen to him. And if I tell you that he's despicable, he that same motherfucker I told you that was on the Parenthood. He was on
Exactly.
Parenthood. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
how far off is the Parenthood from the Monique show?
Right.
Think about it.
Not far.
So Nature Boy worked with Monique. So like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Mm.
What the fuck?
And you know what? And now that you say that, everybody Nature Boy come in contact with, they all have a affiliation with someone or something,
That's right.
that works in
The entertainment,
production or music,
film,
you know.
choreography,
Hmm.
script writing,
Photography.
photography.
Hmm.
It might be a casting director. There's something that has an affiliation with the art where things are illustrated. That's why he be out here painting these motherfucking narratives, jumping up on all y'all damn panels when y'all be excited, letting them up there and shit. He do this shit all the time, yo. Same shit.
Mm.
Same motherfucking shit. Ain't nothing new. He just keep getting y'all a different script to eat off of and shit or whatever. Now y'all can come over here to Bigo and
Hmm.
to talk about it. You can wake it up now. Wake it up now. Yeah. Just think about if I would have been getting some motherfucking beans for 3.5 years. Huh? Think about how that would have been. Wouldn't that would have been nice?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. I had me a damn a fucking 3-story goddamn shipping container, motherfucking tiny home on goddamn 10 acres of land. You know what
I
I'm
know that's right,
saying?
bro.
Yeah. With panoramic audio and visual on that bitch. Like I'm straight
Right.
up.
Oh, bro, I don't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to go back to Nate Terry, right?
Hmm.
So now, if Nate Terry was in a polygamous relationship with her sister and the man, the sister got the STDs too, right?
Exactly.
Let's just say if they were having threesomes and stuff.
That's what they were
But
doing.
either way, she have it because she was still sleeping with the man, whether with the sister or without the sister.
Right, minus the threesome
Hmm.
or not. So then you got to think about who her sister dealt with in times past after that engagement with that person that was the carrier, and so on and so on. That's why I was telling y'all about, Nature Boy being an instrument and of on how his assignment was Atlanta, Georgia, and how he, went to Atlanta for that main specific reason and that reason only after leaving Dean Willoughby.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Right.
mm, mm.
Talent.com like a motherfucker. His agenda, his assignment was to infect as many people as possible. That's the
Right.
assignment.
Mm. And the fall back on the what is this Kinu? Is that how you say his name?
Kino,
Kinu guy?
Kino reflection.
Yeah, Kino. He was salty over Nature Boy.
And you know why, right? Okay. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. At that time, that's the way
Hmm.
that it was written for Nature Boy to do. That's the whole Father Tahuti, I can heal you if you have
Right.
STD. We live in nature. We build an eco village. Then it turned into this.
Hmm. And
Everything.
then back then, even he just said that Nature Boy back then wasn't nothing but a sex cult. He
Exactly.
was saying everybody was having orgies and all that back then.
Right. Right. And you also, can recall when Kino, said in so many words about what they did together, and why he
Right.
was upset with him. So if Kino came to melanation being HIV positive, and him and Nature Boy engaged in something that was sexual, take away Kino for a second, and then think about
Hmm.
all of the women that Nature Boys engaged in sexual intercourse with.
That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
And then just like and even Nature Boy was admitting to sleeping with transgender women. I mean, well, men, whatever.
Transgender.
That was HIV positive.
Right.
Like he came and made the statements anyway.
Right. Like the video, what I'm saying, that
Hmm.
was uploaded, of the dude that was up under that bridge that was saying that him and his girl, which is a guy,
Right.
in the strip club that's called Phase One in Atlanta, and Nature Boy, made everybody leave out the dressing room and shit. Them other gay dudes and shit that was dancing, and he brought both of the transgenders back there, and they said, the woman said, well, the dude said that, he sucked Nature Boy off. Both of them did. So think about orally what was given to Nature Boy too, you see, and think about what they
Hmm.
received even from sucking and doing all of that stuff, swapping, spitting the whole damn nine. Think about that shit now.
Right.
Now, wait now, fast forward to Niza,
Mm.
to Efru, Malia, to Neytiri. Fast forward to uh,
Right.
Mama Juice, the bacon juice that
Hmm.
Nubian, and when Nubian said that he had that STD, think about that.
Hmm.
But then think about Solar and Solar being with Zoka after Zoka was already with Nature Boy when she first came there and left off camera. You remember that?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then remember when what her name Joy had even made a statement and said that one of the times she left was because she had to go get treated for STD that
Correct.
Musa had gave her. You
Correct.
know.
So if that's the case, Musa, with Mama Nine now, but
Hmm.
prior to, and that's why I'm gonna have to find this video because you remember when I'm telling you, Shaka was talking about what the man was doing over there. Because when I, jokingly was talking about how, they must just be over there, just jacking off on the women, like, when they're
Right.
naked and shit, like whenever they can see them and shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
and he was saying that, nah, because there's some shit that went. Matter of fact, I think it was Kite and Syrian. I think that's what he said. I think
Hmm.
that's what he said. Uh-huh. Because he was,
What happened with them? See,
right.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he was saying like that, once that, Velvet, once she started drinking and stuff, that's when he could slide off and do his thing because she really couldn't handle the alcohol like that. So
Right.
that's when he was messing with the other women. And then at times he would then let, one of the men come and be with him and all of the women. You see how that go?
Oh. Uh-huh.
Hmm. Okay.
Mm. So that'll make sense. So Kite must have joined in.
That's right. And that's what I'm saying. That's my point. And somebody like
Ugh.
Loyal that always watched the door, you got to think about how many times that Nature Boy done been intoxicated and then done, opened the door and told Loyal to come in there and shit. And
Come on in.
he
Right.
feeling
He
all on
just
him.
giving Lawyer some
Yeah,
pity
he feeling all
pooty.
when Loyal and they
Right.
hitting Aya and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
Right. And that's how he's spreading it around. Remember when
Mm.
Loyal left for that period
Mm.
of time? You remember when Loyal left? Just think about who he left and had sex
Yeah.
with. Just think about the future.
Right.
Okay, that's my point. That's my damn
Hey, and they go to a lot of different states and places, and you sleep with this one and that one, and they sleep with this one and that one. He's spreading it hard.
ain't
And
no
then you can tell he got it because look at how his weight always fluctuating.
up and
Sometimes he swell up, then
up.
sometimes he look all, like lost so much weight. Then he get dark around,
Right.
certain areas. Then he get light around his nose, and then he got that
Mm,
dermatitis. And then if you notice, Zoka's skin complexion ain't even right no more.
but that's my point.
Like when she lay her little baby hairs down in her scalp,
Okay, okay, okay.
Zoka done turned dark.
Now, okay. Now, let's go from when she first got there and what I just told you a few minutes ago when she dipped off
Mhm.
on the camera for that 7 to 9 minutes with Nature Boy, and then when her complexion started looking like that and her baby hair started looking like that. Okay, we wait.
Yeah.
All right. That's my point. And that's what he's doing to them. That's why you'll see their appearance as well as their health declines. All the while, he done gave them the impression of the diet that they're observing. No, it's not the diet, motherfucker. That's just
Right.
you're able to make them, you're giving them reason why you even losing weight and shit. You remember that time when Nature Boy was like bigger than a motherfucker and everybody was skinny?
Yeah. Yep.
When I told he was drinking
That's
that
back when he was drinking, cause even
juice?
I think Keno has said it about he drank that with creatine or something,
Exactly.
that muscle weight gainer,
Weight gain,
but
muscle.
nobody else could drink it though.
Nobody, nobody, and that was the whole cover up. And when you look at like somebody like Nature Boy, now just think about it, right? Now you see Nature Boy, what he doing. Now just imagine if Boris Kojo was going live and doing that stuff. You know how many women Boris? Just think about this shit. Just imagine if Shamar Moore was going live and talking to women about their astrological sign and shit, or motherfucking Michael Baisden, or what the fuck? Are you fucking serious right now?
Right.
Think about this shit. That's why I'm trying to tell you about the assignment and what he's used for.
Mm, 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 mm.
Think if Chris Brown was on this motherfucker talking to y'all about astrology and shit.
Right.
Okay,
I get your I get your point.
okay. So he has another assignment to
Mm.
dance and to get people to tune in to listen to those songs. Those supposed to be hypnotic, rhythmic, MK Ultra impressions only to depict a certain life to define an era and time. You see, that's what the Chris Brown is used for. But the Nature Boy, on the other hand, oh, that's that plague right there. That's that work. That's why you see that
Mm-hmm.
seborrheic dermatitis. Uh-huh. Just like I
Huh.
in the beginning when I was telling y'all, when I was like, man, look at Zoka. I say, yo, Zoka look like motherfucking Eric Benet. You remember that shit?
Right. Yeah, I remember
Now
that.
you see what I'm talking about,
I
right?
remember that.
It was funny at first though, it was just funny with it.
Right.
Okay.
But I don't mean no harm, bro. Zoka look like she like in her 30s. She don't even look. How old is Zoka? Is Zoka like? Is she 21 yet?
I don't know.
I think she went there when she was like 19, 18, 19.
She 20 years younger than me. Her body is
Mm.
destroyed.
Destroyed.
She destroyed, yo. Her shit is destroyed, yo. She was the only thing that she was supposed to do in her life, in my humble opinion, with all of the money that her pops that he spent on her and her family that came to them games, the only thing she was supposed to do was play baseball. She was to go on to college, and if she didn't want
Right.
to pursue being, you know what I'm saying, doing, the baseball stint or whatever,
Mhm.
she was supposed to be a coach, or she was supposed to be in management or promotion or marketing, or she was supposed to be at some type of center facilitated that revolved around sports. Because if you look at pictures of her when she was young, that's what her father wanted her to do. That's the
Right.
life that he pretty much had, painted for her. Hey, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna come to these games various times. You see him on Facebook with his daughter in his arms. She got her uniform on, and then this Nature Boy guy came along. So what else is he
Exactly.
other than an instrument?
Right. And then Zoka had graduated out of high school early. So Zoka won number 18, I think, when she went.
Indeed.
They were trying to cover that up at one point.
That's why you seen Clubfoot on live with her father, talking to her father like that. That's why
Yeah.
he was talking to him like that. And when he was talking to him like that, he wanted to get it on record that there was somewhat of
Yep.
approval of her going because of
Her.
everything else that was attached along with this. I even think within itself, after seeing all of this, that even there's family members who have even signed NDAs with all of this because of what it is and it being on social media. And that would be a non-disclosure agreement. That's why this guy, he uses, so many DBAs. He uses so many doing business as, which would be Babaji, which would be Immortal, and all these different avatar names. He would use those to be able to filter an agenda. The people are making the money, okay?
Right.
Trust me, the people are making the money.
And where I wanted to ask you this. What is his real last name? Because Bishop is not. Bishop is the family that uh, adopted him
Yeah.
and gave him that name.
Yeah, his last name is the last name that was his sister's last name. That was in New York. His last name is Covington. That's his motherfucking last name. He's
Oh,
he's
whoa.
Covington. Just like that girl, Covington, the one that I showed you. If you go look on Leonardo page and you go through all them Facebook comments and you see that girl named Latanya, and that was their sister. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, what
Yeah.
happened with their family? And of on how he was taking away script from that family, I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at that
Hmm.
young age, you seen that man at a younger age that Nature Boy was showing on that picture, talking about that was his daddy, and his daddy was
Yeah.
him, but his daddy had him at this age. That's how you know that this all within itself is a part of the narrative. That's all it is role play. That's all that it is.
Right.
It's role play. That's what he was assigned to do, to knock us off course, to get us to forget. He could get out here and then spread all this motherfucking jargon. We're not falling for it, 50 Nature Boy. We're not falling for it at all.
At all.
Yeah, somebody
But look at how many different aliases he has. He got the Bishop last name, the Lee last name,
right,
the Prada,
right,
and the Covington. That's four
right,
that I only know about.
right.
Wow.
And within those names, you got to think about of certain roles were played, themes that were shown to us on social media. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, when he was saying that stuff, when he was like, yeah, because I grew up around real men and all that stuff or
Right.
whatever. Man, how the hell you gonna grow up around some real men when you never ever went to prison? You never went to prison, but
Ever. He
you
was in juvenile
right.
somewhere.
So, when all of this happened, you went to the little reform school and all this shit, and you went to
Hmm.
this hospital and all this stuff or whatever. This is before within mental, like before prisons, when they had these nurse calls and stuff and people got medication. That's why they have what you call crazy homes, insane asylums. In North Carolina, they shut it down. Our crazy home was called Broughton. Like, that was the place you didn't want to go because of what they would do to you. Things such as shock therapy treatment, in different antagonistic ways, that they would inflict torture on you would be done by the administration that was approved there, because this home, would be of the state, regarded as the state, employees of the state, okay? These workers who
Right.
did not graduate from medical schools at the times, they were called orderlies, that would do these jobs, pick up, dirty laundry, and of course, disregarded syringes and stuff. All of this within itself, within it play, is within 50 Nature Boy, and of on how that they're able to do this shit now. Like I'm telling you about brought
Mm.
damn crazy house, and why they got rid of the damn crazy house, like they got rid of the damn place where his dumb ass was at, and then they built new barracks that that resemble prisons now in North Carolina. It's the same. I'm telling you, it's the same damn thing, and he know that.
Right.
They know that. That's why he had.
And then you know what else, world? Like if these women would sit back and think, right? He talk about that he was in the military. Okay, if you ever was in the military, sir, you cannot have not one felony. Not a one. So,
Man, stop it, yo. Stop it, yo. Just stop it. That's why
world.
the exaggeration goes too far. For him to have been in any form of military, it would give him no excuse not to be able to survive in nature as opposed to being in an Airbnb.
Right.
We haven't seen nothing. I was the first one to challenge this motherfucker years ago because all
To
the shit
light a
he did,
fire, to
yeah,
make a
start a
fire.
fire. Start
He still ain't started one yet. He ain't started one not yet.
man.
And then, world, I was thinking that Mr. Pope story that I had thought
Yeah.
about when Maisha, he was telling her about a Mr. Pope that used to abuse him.
hmm
I think he was actually talking about the Mr. Bishop man. I think the white father or whatever, I think was the Mr. Pope. And he made another character in his head to deal with that trauma.
Nah, that ain't what I think. I think that the
Oh,
person that he's talking about is the person that was around that white man, Mr. Bishop, that family that he was with. It was somebody that worked within that damn church that did that shit to him. That's what the fuck I think. Now, as far as the shit what he told Maisha, all of that
uh,
in itself was a lie, because the guy's
lie.
name probably wasn't even Pope. That's why when I interviewed her and I asked her about it, you heard her say that she went with him to New York to find that person, Mr. Pope.
Hmm.
They could not find that person, okay?
Right,
That's right. He
right.
he he took her ass on a wild goose chase,
You
but
safe.
that's right. But gave her a woman as beautiful, as Maisha. He gave
Yeah.
her the impression, you know what I'm saying, that hey, we're gonna live this lifestyle without telling her anything about, him having this motherfucking monster. She had to
Right.
find out about his same gender desire that he had with men, the stuff that she
Yeah.
found in his phone when he blacked her eye. See, all of this stuff, these people don't know about that shit. They just seen the video, because the video don't mean shit, okay? Shout out to Cole up in the building. Shout out to Cola James. Hey, look at here. The video don't mean a motherfucking thing, okay? He can take that damn video and put some shit out there any motherfucking way. Yeah,
Right.
in any motherfucking way. It'll always be some shit like what you see right now, that's going on with this guy. And he's did it from year to year, from year to year. You see Clubfoot doing this shit. Like perfect example with the stuff that took place with Yaya within itself. What do you think, in your humble opinion,
Mm.
is the reason why this woman never said anything, but after leaving Melanation, she was pictured but gained weight?
She was pictured what, world? Say that one more time.
She gained weight.
Oh yeah, yeah. She gained weight. Right.
Know what I told you about that medication and how them guys in
Yeah.
prison be?
And you
They
know
take that
what? And I'm gonna
medication.
tell you, world,
hmm
that medicine will blow you
I know.
up.
I know it will. I know it
It
will.
sure does.
Hmm. And when you taking
You
that,
know what? My hairstylist, he had got HIV, right?
hmm,
And he had started taking that medicine and he
right,
had gained weight. He stopped taking the medicine
that shit,
and he got, he got all dark and,
right.
he,
Wow.
he ended up, ugh,
Kidney
it
failure
was
and every
terrible.
damn thing. That's what takes place. That's why when 50 Nature Boy, as Keno Reflection said, was taking that motherfucking creatine, you got to understand that creatine retains water. Okay.
Right.
Right. Just like if he was to eat a whole meal in the form of a boost, that water's retained. Just like how you were to make a damn Maruchan or ramen noodle soup, it's the water. You see, the noodles retain the fucking water. That's why they swell. That's why they blow up like he blowed up. Look at his feet. You see how his feet look all puffed out, and he got them.
Yeah.
That's what that is. You see, he was a
And remember when his stomach was looking all bloated? That was just ill.
Do you remember that picture
Uh-huh.
that I showed when his stomach was all sunk in, how his cheekbones was sunk in?
Right. Yep. Yep.
Look
His
at look at
cheekbone. And he had got dark around his
he was
eyes. And,
talking the motherfucker. If you
yeah.
go look at those videos when Olmec was with Velvet and when they were pictured with Azul and Tron, and when I told you Azul didn't have he didn't have a partner, he didn't have a woman, Tron didn't have a partner, and Nature Boy didn't have a partner. The only person had a partner was Olmec, and the other lady was Velvet, which was EJ. Okay? Eligio Jr., his student, the woman he had
Right.
sex with, but he named the name of his first son, EJ, which is
Yeah.
Eligio Jr.
Now how sick is that?
Probably
So that means
off.
so that means you probably want to have sex with your son.
Exactly. Exactly. And that should tell you, what his thoughts are, and of on how foul thinking that it is, as despicable as what it is. This is the instrument that was placed on social media. See, he's a dictator. He's a dictator in a sense of people he has that's helping him to be able to spread this virus. That's all they doing.
Right.
That's all they doing. It ain't nothing more, nothing less. And since I done reported on this shit, that's why I told you the amount of people that came after me that wanted to set me up or make me be viewed in a different light. That these
Right.
people were all practitioners of the agenda in one way, shape, form, fashion, or another, was connected or intertwined with this fuck shit. Other than that, man, don't nobody supposed to personalize this bullshit to talk about
Nah, not at
it.
all. Not at all.
When you get out this
And
motherfucker,
you know what? This just hit me. Now think about that. Okay, Nature Boy named Velvet after his son, right?
hmm,
But think about Nate Terry. Something had to happen in her life to the point to where you would want to do incest, because that's basically what it is with your own sister.
this is all
Like
program.
that's sick.
It's programming. It's all programming. That's why I told you back in the day. Uh, you can tell me what did your grandmother say watching TV was called? What did she would say? We would go, let's go and watch a what? You should have seen this.
What do you mean?
You should have seen this program that I watched the other day. It was
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
program.
yeah.
It was a
Program.
good
Yeah,
program.
right,
It was a good program that I watched. In the Heat of the Night,
right.
all
Right,
the
you're
way
right,
back
exactly.
to 21 Jump Street.
You're right.
Uh-huh. All the way back to Picture Page. All the way back to Roots. All the
Oh.
way back to Amos and Andy. You see? It's a motherfucking program. That's all that it is. It ain't nothing more, nothing less. That's why the people that at one time was talking about them ain't talking about them no more. Cause you know what happened to their life. You see how shit happened to them. Uh-huh. Cause we know the people that pay him. You feel me? The same
Right.
people that have allegiance that's invested in different demonic energies. That's why those words that he used and that song that I told y'all that he be playing,
Right. The
I belong to
same
you.
song.
I belong to you. Do, do, do. White brave you, white brave you, white brave you. Woo. Every
Right.
time
He
you hear
sick
that
with that
motherfucker,
song.
You see what that shit did to Malia motherfucking ass when she came from that disease
Uh-huh.
infectious specialist. When she heard that motherfucking song, she started dancing when she heard that shit. It
Yes.
brought her all the
Yep.
way back. It brought her all the way back. It brought her all the way back. That's that glitch in the matrix. The same way how at one time when Kodak Black was hot and he was on Instagram live with his shirt off, that motherfucker stopped talking for about 25 seconds straight, staring at the camera. That was that MK Ultra glitch. The
Well,
same
I had saw that. Right.
the
Yeah.
same way
That was
you
weird.
seen motherfucking Al Roker. They did
I
the
woke up. I saw him. I was like, what
man.
was going on with him?
I'm trying to told you when you sit at that table right there. There's certain things you have to adhere to. It's some men that even rode the motherfucking goat. Hey, hey, I'm telling you now.
Exactly,
What?
world.
What?
It's some sick stuff they got to do, and you know what? And all of them are doing it, even all the way down to the TKO guy. Like, I mean, if they do all that, like you said, they basically rituals and stuff. So all for $1.
And see,
They sold their souls, world.
they're gonna continue to generate the dollar too because of the amount of people that's not woke to their agenda. You see?
And you know what, world? They gotta humiliate them too.
Oh
So maybe that was TKO had to go through. You
man,
know, that part was like a humiliation like type of thing.
how many times have you heard Dr. Aurelia explain about
Yeah.
right the sacrificial,
Right.
advances that took place with people like him, TKO Capone? Come
Mhm.
on, man. All the way from that one deep. You can see him now. That's why he on this motherfucker now. He like struggling with Mike Main. I'm like, damn, dude, you ain't even got a money sitting with you now. You usually come on like that and fixing your jewelry and all this shit and
Right.
getting yourself together and I just woke up. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Let me goddamn flip the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, dog, like, come on, this motherfucker with the new clothes on, shitting on the steps and shit. You feel me?
Right. Right.
Like that. Now you on some chill shit. I was looking at another night. He was on there talking to some damn woman that think that she from some place called Africa, trying to. He on there. He made an attempt to explain what Moorish American, actually is, what a Moor is, the significance from the northwestern shores of Africa. He's making an attempt to explain it, but he's unable to because the assignment that they gave him didn't have anything to do with educating anybody. Now, if you ask him about pimping, he'll talk about that shit. That shit will just roll off the tip of his damn tongue. He tell you all
Yep.
pimp terminologies. I did this and that, Chicago, this and that. I was this and that. I came through this person. T-time. And you feel me?
Right.
He
Yep.
did it last night, and I was like, damn, he just said it too. T-time. He did over and over again, and it's the same shit with Nature Boy. That same motherfucking hand signal that you see when he trying to talk about some one deep shit. No, motherfucker, that hand signal been around before you was even into existence, man. We know what white power is. Come
Right.
on, come on, stop playing. Stop playing, dude. You and him. Oh, he got triggered the other night. Somebody put in his comments talking about you and Nature Boy look alike. He damn near lost his mind. See, that's when
Uh-uh.
he go off the program. Then he go off the program.
Uh-huh.
See, when shit strike your nerve like that, it affects you. I don't give a fuck what you put in my motherfucking comments. You say all type of fuck shit. That shit don't dictate a motherfucking thing with who I am or how the fuck that I move. You see, you've been
Right.
on
Right. You
an
stay on the
assignment.
target, world. You
Right.
keep on going.
Right. You've been sent. You got an assignment. You just
Right.
you see. And there's people that's out here now that's even freestyling this shit too. They freestyling it. It's motherfuckers that ain't even with the allegiance of psyop creators that just
And
want.
you know what, bro? I think they were trying to get at you. That's why they sent them old Baphomet people at you. I really do.
That's a fact. That's a
And
whole.
I'm talking about when I say the Baphomet people, look, I ain't talking about you. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh
The
yeah.
men that want to be women, and you know what I mean.
The whole fact. And that's
Yeah.
part of Baphometian Luciferian order. Okay, that's the regime that you're seeing. You're seeing lower level demonic beings. They being manifested in
Right.
the physical right now. That's why I be tripping. I just be like, look at this motherfucking shit. Like this shit crazy. This shit
Right.
crazy. Like
Because
motherfucker.
I think they were trying to get you to not put out uh the truth, of the matter as far as Nature Boy goes. And I think they knew and they still know that people listen to you, listen to your voice. You have a powerful voice, people listen, and you also educate people. And they didn't, they were trying to quiet that down.
I want to be like, I want to be viewed like Dr. Claw on Inspector Gadget. You feel me? Straight like that. Dead ass. I just want them to hear, you know what I'm saying, this information because this
Right.
motherfucker, and I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, your views on that. But I don't want his information, to have more precedence, over people looking and viewing it as it being exactly what it is. Because it's nothing
Exactly.
more than that. Because you can't tell me that any rational, sane, logical, upright parent would not be in an uproar for the many things that we've seen take place on social media. Now, it would be different, and I'm going to say this no matter how you feel about this motherfucking shit, but if these were the the children of European families, okay?
Right.
European parents, not no, not interracial, not blended families, okay?
Man, I know what
Not
you're
blended.
saying.
European cult members. If they were European cult members, you would see a different result because the action that would be taken, okay? It'll be
Right.
totally different. Like with Kayla Reed, it'll be totally different.
Kayla, I was just gonna say that. Kayla Reed. Like, look at that. They got her up out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. No questions asked.
But let me explain. Let me explain. Because I don't think you seeing it how I would want you to view it right now. Okay, don't look at
Uh,
it like that being that she was a European woman, that's the reason why BBC did a documentary. Because when BBC did that documentary, shortly after that, when Mama Dia passed, that's when Kayla Reed was pictured with Rambo, Serenity, Keys, and Vibes, who left
right.
the nation because who passed in a tent? What's the woman name?
Mama did.
All right. So,
Yeah.
right. So, what sense does that make for Rambo and Serenity to magically appear in Hawaii,
YE all
but they
together.
were pictured on a photo with the same light skinned guy and his wife, which is the same light skinned guy that drove the van from New Jersey? That's the brother of that guy that was pictured on that photo with Kayla Reed and all of them, who just so happened to connect together after Mama Dia's transition. You see? You see the
Uh,
filmography, you see the videography, you see how this was choreographed. This is all done for your response. That's what it's done for.
right.
Okay.
Because the world, come on there. It's no way all of them just ended up at the same place at the same time.
Okay.
It don't work like that. Come on.
Okay. Okay, well, okay, well, if that's the case and that did just happen coincidentally, how is it that Rambo and Serenity stayed in an Airbnb of the guy that was pictured with his wife and their child? How is
Right.
Rambo, Serenity, and Migo staying in Hawaii in an Airbnb owned by the guy who magically appeared on the picture with his wife when him, Keys, and all of them left at the time of Mama Dia's transition?
Uh, uh, uh.
Remember when Nature Boy was asking Serenity, why you want to leave?
Yeah.
Why you want to leave?
Right.
Why you want to leave?
Right.
When
I
Rambo was
remember.
looking scared, why you want to leave? Why you want to leave? Oh, so you leaving now? When he was recording them,
Yep.
were you leaving now?
Yep.
Okay, you remember how skinny? You see how skinny that Serenity was? Remember,
Serenity barely
what
could
did
stand up.
Serenity tell you?
Serenity was like 60 pounds,
What,
70 pounds.
what did Serenity tell you she had? What was she diagnosed with?
Um, an immune deficiency. What is it? Basically HIV. Come on, world.
Right. That's right.
Anybody they have
Autoimmune.
immune uh,
Autoimmune.
autoimmune, yeah, that's what it
Right.
is. Autoimmune.
So who is she pictured with in the video when they was sitting on the grass and when he was talking about that he had herpes? Musa.
Wait a minute, say it one
Musa.
more time.
Remember when she was pictured on the video sitting beside Musa when they was in a relationship? You don't remember?
Right,
All right.
right,
So then,
right,
that's right. Then, shortly after, when that happened, that's when they ran the psyop when Tron was with Sheba.
right, yep.
See how it all, see how see how all these.
And you know what? Even Serenity done been with Tron too.
Now you see.
You know, at one point. Uh, and what people don't realize is the HIV work different in everybody.
Oh my gosh, yo. This is what they're failing to realize, and like you just said, it works differently. Well, it affects, different
Right,
different body types. So being that we do know that, we have to understand that it's different mental types that are impressed or who are persuaded, manipulated, or influenced by this type of shit too. That's why I was saying it's a certain character, it's a certain type of person. When you look at Honor, you see
right,
Niza. When you see
right.
Niza, you see Mariah Lynn Kelly. When you
And
see,
you know what? Nobody done said anything about Mariah.
and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm like, you can't tell me that this gonna be on the news. She from Florida. She
Exactly.
she stabbed her mother to death.
Right. In the heart.
But y'all trying to figure out what house Nature Boy in the fucking Virgin Islands, and that shit like this big. It's like that big. You can't be serious. You can't
You
be.
know what I was thinking? I was thinking they might have Mariah like doing some type of you know how they have the places where they go and do the MK Ultra stuff on you. Like they might be doing stuff like that with her.
You know what I think, and this is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? And this is just World himself. I think
Uh-huh.
I think that she went to a facility environment. I think that she is one of the first people who had the adverse effect. Everyone else was supposed to remain docile. They were
Right.
supposed to still be drinkers of the Kool-Aid. You see, they were
Right.
just like how when I showed the Jim Jones movie, how when some people wanted to refute Jim Jones and they attempted to run away, that Jim Jones had already ordered people to shoot them down. And after those
Right.
people were shot, they in turn drunk the damn cyanide. The same thing. It's the same thing. See, but the thing with her was she wasn't supposed to, do something like that. You see,
Exit.
when he left her in that damn motel, there was something beyond traumatic that took place.
Exactly. With her. Yep. I believe that too, world.
And that's what I was saying about when Raquel went to go pick her up. When she went to go pick her up, I'm telling you, man, this whole motherfucking shit. When I told y'all, when I said that she was on that damn Netflix movie, she was pictured as like a nurse. She, what I'm saying, had a small part in that. That's why I was saying people that remember her from shows like Tyler Perry definitely were able to write shows like Ruthless that you see today. The fuck?
Right.
You
Right.
motherfuckers, man, look here, man. I can name on my hand. I can name 6 people from where I'm from, my hometown. That's better than Michael Jordan. That was always better than Michael Jordan. We from the same state, got the same style and everything. Niggas used to call him slow and everything. The only thing about it is they never got that opportunity to be that athlete. They were never strategically placed in certain colleges. nor did they receive certain endorsements for tennis shoes either. Okay?
Right.
Okay. We still on the same program, y'all. We on the same
Mm,
program.
mm, mm.
Hopefully we ain't lose nobody, but we on the same program over here. We gonna always be on the same motherfucking program. Now,
Right.
this is fast forward going on 2 years ago, right?
Right.
I definitely will. I think I'm gonna do it in the after. I'm gonna hold a panel, and we'll go over some of this stuff. I think I'm gonna just run through down there a whole bunch of shit, just for the hell of it over here for people that don't know, because they need to see this person for what he is before he runs to another app, to receive some.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I want you
Yep.
to understand that. Like, don't get tricked into gifting him and helping him to whatever fake ass Ulithian heights in his mind. Like, fuck that. Let his ass stay in the holographic universe. Okay, you
Right.
and everybody else potentially that has a known, non. Publicly announced fucking disease, you all need to be together. I told you that. I told you that.
You did. You did. Just like you told him about that abscess.
I told that motherfucker, man, you don't remember, you remember when I had that abscess?
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck? I had a double
Yep.
abscess, y'all. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I didn't know what the fuck it was till Miss Me told me. I didn't know what the fuck no damn I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Right. Right. But you told Clubfoot about his on how he used to hold his mouth.
Man, I told him, I said, man, that abscess had my motherfucking mouth so fucking raw. I was scared, boy. I'm talking about, man. I had
Woo.
Rito one day with that motherfucker, man. Man, it's like I felt every sharp syringe into my
Mm.
damn gums. Man, that motherfucker hit, boy. I didn't even holler. I'm talking about, man, when I clutched my fist, man, I feel all of the strife, all of the anger that my ancestors underwent dealing with these motherfucking demonic serpent influenced motherfuckers that was hitting them with whips and putting them in inclement weathers.
Mm.
That motherfucking shit hit my soul.
Mm. Mm-mm.
That shit hit.
And you know what, bro? You was right too. Like a lot of people uh wasn't caring, like you said, until it happened to their daughter or their son, you know.
Right. And it's I mean it's understandable though. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't tripping on that shit. But it happened. I just want people to see how did this shit happen. That's why when I start chopping it up, I'm gonna just start doing premieres of the shit and putting the shit together. Like that time, you remember when he had Velvet in that motherfucker and she was looking like a demon when she was holding
mm,
Ellie and shit. And her look, she had that damn long ass gown looking shirt on and shit. Like she was on Walking
mm-hmm.
Dead. And that fan was in the background. Remember when they was in Palenque, Mexico?
Right. Yeah.
And when she ran off and you heard Clubfoot when he hit her and shit. And
Right.
she had baby Ellie in her hands. The same motherfucker he be talking about, my daughter. But my daughter, motherfucker but my daughter, man, nigga, we remember
But
all
I'm gonna be
this.
honest, bro. I think back then, Velvet was being possessed because you could tell the way her eyes would look. It'll be like a whole total, change like in her face.
Well, that's what I was saying
Like,
about the back,
because I think they were dipping and dabbling
the
in
back.
the rituals and stuff like that.
He's not smart enough to do a fucking ritual. Don't even get that motherfucker that much credit. That motherfucker be using those hurts. When you go back and listen to that video when she got that baby in her hand and
Yeah.
the curtain blowing, those are hertz. That's what those are. It's different megahertz that's used to be able to indoctrinate images into your psyche of on what's called MK Ultra by way of music, by rhythmic beats, by different harmonizing, as well as sounds that are played in reverse in order to hide
Right.
different psychological peaks. That's the same fucking shit. That's why her ass was looking thrown off like that. Uh,
Right.
yeah, that motherfucker wasn't doing no ritual. Man, that motherfucker. Why you think motherfucker? Tell that motherfucker to do a ritual when he by his motherfucking self without needing other people around him and shit. You don't remember Avatar, the movie, and how all of them was thrown off of, over that damn tree? You know how many?
Uh-huh.
You know how the tree got roots, right? And how it connect.
Right.
Oh, that's the science. He weak. He weak, man. He weak, yo. That motherfucker, I give that motherfucker no, I give him no credit. Like Crane on the
Right.
Turtles. You know, Crane was a brain that was inside his stomach, meaning that he was ruled by all lower level desires that deal with sex, lustation, manipulation,
Right.
different. Right, that's what Crane was. The brain in his stomach. That's the way that Nature Boy is ruled. You understand? By sex within itself, and he had.
That would make sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that would make sense.
See,
And then that's just like when he be looking in the camera and
right.
like he don't pay none of them women no attention. He
None.
be feeding off of, cause the what is it, like the internet is like a portal.
Think
And
of
he's feeding off of all the people that's watching him off of their energy. And people don't realize that.
TKO. TKO be doing the same motherfucking shit. That's why you would see his ass always in the camera looking at trying to have a shape up and all this shit. These fake ass veneers, all this motherfucking shit. You would see him doing that shit, but at the same time, he give more energy and light to the camera than what he even let Amani have. You feel what I'm saying? You with some
Yep.
weird ass shit that was going on. Think about a motherfucker. How you gonna have 5 women in a polygamous relationship, but you want to be online all motherfucking day talking to women
Hey, right.
in touch?
That don't make sense.
How slow do you have to be not to understand this motherfucking shit? I'm trying to figure out what movies are your favorite movies. Like what where you get this information from? You feel me? Where you get
Right.
this? Do you Man, you know how motherfucking long ago I stopped watching the Little Rascals, man. I stopped watching. Look here, man. Man, look here, man. Man, there's so much science out here, man. I can't even break it down in one live stream. He be,
Right. The rabbit hole go deeper.
man,
And then some people, most of the people out there, they're not going to be able to wrap their mind around it anyway. It's like they'll wake up for 1 second, but then they go right back to sleep.
yeah, yeah. Motherfucker go back to sleep, be trying to help a cult leader out. I ain't got shit to do
Right.
about none of these motherfucking fake ass cult members. I don't give a fuck how they
And,
play like they ain't in the cult and all, man. Fuck you and them too. Straight the fuck.
right. And it's crazy, right? These people going out here working and donating him, their money that they don't work for. That's crazy. And then and you know what? I think Nateri went back too because I saw at one point in time she had to get her a little job.
So
I
did.
guess her funds was a little low.
Yeah, it was.
Nateri just lazy and don't want to work.
You know what? I'm in full agreement with that, but at the same time, I don't think that's the main reason she went back because of them damn funds. Like I keep telling you, her ass went back because after she had already did the assignment. You got to think about when she was
Right.
in Miss York, and then when she was at that job, who she possibly slept with at that job, what
Exactly.
on the job. See, she carried out the assignment. Then she went all the way to Las Vegas. You see what I'm saying? She went
Mm-hmm.
all the way. And when she went to Las Vegas, her twin sister was with her too.
Oh wow, was
Double
she?
double carrier. So you gotta think you gotta think about this shit, man.
And like you said, bro, ain't no way TKO hitting Nateri. Come on now. Like he did. There ain't no question about that.
Man, why wouldn't he have not hit her?
Right. And the Terry just, I don't mean no harm, but she done went around the whole circle in the quote unquote, what is that, conscious community, if you will.
The new proclaim a woke community.
Right.
I don't know. Somebody say it's Rose's new girl. I don't know. Who know? I guess it's Rose. I ain't seen.
And bro, remember the girl when he was in the NOLA
Yeah,
that he had slept with in the house?
yeah, yeah.
So he just banged her out and left her,
Well,
and no telling who she's sleeping with and spreading it to.
that's the science. And I have videos of her as well. You're talking about Nay. Yeah, Nay.
Mm.
And the funny thing with Nay is the video that I, what I'm saying, still have of Nay was, I don't know if you seen when her mom was in the background and her mom was joking with her, they were out in the street, within some
Mm.
damn, I don't know where the hell they was at. But it's crazy because she was still making the attempt to impress Nature Boy.
Mm.
So you got to think about this docile mentality, man, it exists everywhere. Like how people said all that stuff about, yeah, and Nature Boy better not come to Louisiana. But then he came to
Right.
and stuff. Okay, that's my point right there. You will have many people that will help, that will act together, and even more people that'll turn a blind eye only because they for this type of shit. See, the only people relate to Nature Boy are people that got STDs. It's only the people, that's the trying to hide some motherfucking shit, that's running away.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, want to change their name and all this shit, run away from their prop. These are the only people. That's why they dislike us. That's why we trolls to them.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause we
Right.
talk about the shit. That's why every time I feel like you can't get mad over a channel holder that's talking about the shit. I'd rather motherfucker talk about the shit than play his punk ass videos anyway. By waking the people up,
Exactly.
as people say. That's all I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is all this
Yeah.
other shit? What's the other shit right now? See, the other shit is, you talk a little bit of shit about Nature Boy, but then when he on your panel and shit, he is the featured celebrity to you as well as the people that follow you.
Exactly. And then they let him say whatever he wants. It's like he take over other people's panels. Like you're the only one that keep control of your panel,
Let them tell it I be
because you're not gonna let him,
no
run your panel or anything like that.
man. That
Mm-mm.
motherfucker, he always try to make that shit seem like, you know, he running this and that. Man, how many times you seen that motherfucker on my panel on YouTube? Keep it real. How many times
Hmm.
you think I asked this motherfucker to come on my panel?
No, not at all. I know. And he'll be
Did I,
trolling the comments.
did I ask Pop Marquez and his wife?
No,
Oh, the dude, did I ask any of
no,
Velvet?
nope,
Okay.
nope. He ain't asked nobody.
Oh, I took the video down. That was the whole purpose of that. I just wanted to see how they were gonna play this shit out. I bet you they probably thought that shit gone or something. Nah, that shit ain't gone if your ass listening.
Right.
Archive like a motherfucker. That's where it's
But
at.
you know what? But that's the thing. They always all come to you. You know?
And that's what I'm saying. And it's weird
Mm.
because when they do that, well, when they did
Hmm.
that in the past, I thought it was strange. But no,
Right.
it's not strange. It's not strange at all. It just show you that they all secretly worked hand in hand to fulfill this narrative. That's all that it is. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. They work together to fulfill a fucking narrative. You see, and in many cases, they didn't even know what the fuck they was doing while being a part of the team.
Exactly.
Right. Just like Boss Player. For instance,
Right. She played her part. She's still playing her part too, girl.
he gonna
Boss player.
he gonna continue. She's gonna continue to play the part. She's gonna continue to do that shit. Like that's her. That's been her assignment. The money woman. We're gonna
Right. Boss player do anything. Hey, didn't you show the video with her acting like she was a homeless person?
yeah. They ain't gonna act like she got to be on a live stream, ironically with TKO Capone showing her ass off.
Oh Lord.
You drive from motherfucking Vegas to you can drive from Vegas to California. That ain't far. But motherfucker, I can see if you driving from motherfucking California to Memphis or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck.
Right.
Also,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
the Money Woman script writer, along with every one of them other characters that I was showing y'all. The guy that had the camera, the guy that she deal with, all the way to her daughter that plays on the soap opera, but she don't want us to believe that she has anything to do with a whole channel called Extraction Attraction. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
Mm.
You never watched Nip Tuck, motherfucker. The fuck? I don't want to see none of that. I do the motherfucker getting cut up,
Mm.
surgically getting implanted with shit, motherfucker. Just be how you supposed to look. If you skinny, be skinny, motherfucker. If you thick, be
Right. If you
out the
fat, be
here.
fat. Whatever.
Fuck out
Yep.
of here. That's how motherfuckers be.
Somebody gonna want it.
That's how motherfuckers be getting abducted. Want to go to the Dominican Republic to go get their ass
Right.
and shit. Motherfuckers be turning up missing all the damn time. Half of them damn shows that you be seeing on them crime networks, they only put that shit out there to take your ass away from the real shit that's going on. They don't have,
That's going on. Especially right now.
yeah,
I mean, because they got so much, and I think that's why they're letting so much go on. It's all distractions.
that's
So
just
when the real deal hit,
that's
everybody gonna be looking like a deer in the headlights.
like when
Like, oh my God,
I
where
was
did this come from?
I was the only person at this motherfucker trying to tell y'all about that motherfucker Trump. And at first y'all thought I was crazy. I told you. I told you.
Yep.
A whole lot of psyop. That why they be creating this shit. These same motherfuckers out here snatching up children, making these
Mhm.
motherfucking elaborate heists and shit, camping out at hotels and shit, motherfucking in the daytime, construction workers and shit. All these motherfuckers interconnected. Motherfuckers driving 18 wheelers and all this fuck nigga shit. They are part
Right.
of the fucking psyop. That's why when you think about this shit for what it's worth, it was a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, that was missed out, you see. And a lot of that shit was missed out solely off of people's anger and dislike for Trump at one given time. That's how a lot of children got missing. A lot of teens got disappeared from different spots because motherfuckers was so focused on Trump being a motherfucking racist and shit. We missed out on the
Hmm.
fucking shit. Yeah. Then they stole your entire attention. They knew they had you fucked up. Cause the only thing they did was they created the psyop of all the motherfucking fake ass protests and riots and shit. all the
Exactly.
When I showed you about them Antifa motherfuckers, remember all that shit?
Right.
You don't hear nothing about that shit now. I told
Not a thing, not nothing.
all the motherfuckers were clout chasing, 5G this, 5G that. I told you them
Hmm.
motherfuckers, they had a smartphone. How you gonna be complaining about 5G, motherfucker, and you on a motherfucking smartphone with your dumb ass? I hear 5G this gonna happen. And them dumb motherfuckers, all that dumb ass shit talking about, yeah, we gotta hurry up and go to the store, and we gotta go get a bunch of groceries, cause all of the 18 wheelers on strike. How the fuck they gonna all stupid motherfucker? You know how many trucks it is in this fucking world? Motherfuckers, fuck. They're talking about some goddamn 18 wheeler strike. They dumb ass got fired or took a lower fucking pay. That's all the fuck it is. That's it. That's all. Just like when I told y'all that strange ass shit was happening. They out here trying to control the goddamn climate. It's snowing in Texas and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, motherfucker.
Right. You
All
brought all of that out, world. You
motherfucker,
brought all of that out.
all them damn fires in California and shit.
Yep.
All them motherfucking fires were burning, and then it just so happened when all them goddamn fires burning, TMZ gonna be the first one to report that Kobe Bryant helicopter. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
That shit.
Exactly.
Talk about all this shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that weak ass shit or that shit Nature Boy talking about.
Hmm. Get to the real shit going on. You right.
All that weak ass shit. They keep
And all they talking about is a man. Hey, look,
yeah,
a man that had a fucked up childhood,
fucked up.
and
What you mad? You mad about that shit? You mad about that now?
uh,
All of a sudden you want to talk about this shit, but then in the beginning
mhm.
tuning in and shit you was watching, you was liking that shit. Man, this motherfucker,
Right.
I done took screenshots of they were putting green hearts on their post and everything. Now they try to play like they somebody else. You ain't nobody else. You still with that shit. You still interconnected with that shit. You pledged.
And one thing they don't understand, King Royal can find out if you still connected with Clubfoot or not.
That's a whole damn fact. That's a whole fact. I can play.
Yup.
I can show old videos when I first showed y'all who Kite was. When I would call them little funny cuz. Remember that shit?
Right. Yep.
What did Nature Boy say? A cell block. Put me in a cell. You done lost your goddamn mind. You remember when he said that shit? When he had
Mm-hmm.
there and he was talking to Natural and Natural didn't know what the fuck he was talking about when he was talking
Right.
about having herpes and it's okay to have herpes and if you
Right.
have herpes it's all in your mind and you really don't have it and Natural was like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? And he was talking about Musa because him and Musa had that conversation about him having herpes and at the time Musa and Serenity was together. You don't remember that shit?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
A cell block? You gonna put me in a cell?
But you know what? But you know what? What his name? Natural was a little on the slow side, I think, because you had to tell him the club was going to use him, like, threw him under the bus about Mama Deal.
Right.
He still didn't know till you told him.
He wasn't paying attention to that shit.
Mm-mm.
I think he was more or less to the point he wanted to see, how he was connected to that shit. You see,
Mm.
he didn't even peep game. You remember when that girl,
Right.
when I told you about that girl named Sky? Sky,
Yeah.
Sky got the same name as that girl Brianna that helped Kite or and all this shit right here. Whatever. Remember, Sky was the girl that came with Brother Natural. She's supposed to meet up with Brother Natural in Carbonation. Then Nature Boy took her away from Natural, and then
Mm-hmm.
so happened to been that girl that was around Mama Dia when Mama Dia died. She changed her name to Nina Wonder Ray. You remember that shit? And she
Right.
did
Right.
and shit. You know what I'm saying? When Mama Dia was talking about the cookbook, it was Mama Dia, Sheba.
That was Mama Deal
You
cookbook, though.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, she jetted off with it. See how she jetted off.
Mm-hmm.
She got her hand in the cookie jar too. She got her hand in the cookie jar too. Took Mama Dia cookbook. Now it's on Amazon. That's some fuck shit.
That is. They killed that lady over there. Man, that's terrible. They gonna have to answer for all that one day, though. Ugh.
It's coming. And at the end of your life cycle, Clubfoot, you know who you gonna see. I'm gonna be, hey, look at here. I'm gonna have some Gore-Tex boots on. I'm gonna have some Gore-Tex boots on and some cargo sweatpants. I'm gonna have them pulled up with a goddamn cartoon T-shirt on. It's gonna always be some dumb shit. It's gonna always come be some real shit. It's gonna always be some real shit, my nigga. Don't be goddamn looking at me, looking at my goddamn shoes and all this shit, my nigga. I'm gonna give you some dumbass shit, and you gonna eat off that, and that's gonna be that. And we're gonna continue to handle business. We're gonna continue to handle business, my G.
I
But
know that's right. Hey, World, and then he got them. I believe he ordered those. What is it? The bottom grill from Amazon,
oh yes,
cause they don't fit, and he can't talk in them.
the cool grill. That's what.
You know he love Amazon. I
Yeah,
think I think he ordered the Amazon grills.
yeah, yeah. That. Hey, look here. You gotta watch that live when the Kulu showed all that shit. The Kulu showed us the cool grill. The Kulu showed us the bow and arrow. That's only.
I saw the boy in there on the guns and stuff.
That's the Kulu work right there. He found all that shit. He was saying that shit, and I said it from the beginning. Remember when I said that?
Mm.
That looked like one of them guns where he pulled the orange thing out the front of the.
Yep. Right.
The same airsoft ass pistol shot. He
Right.
like a motherfucker. Tell you the truth.
And remember when they was at the tattoo shop and the guy had showed up and he told my son, what he said, cold something, everybody come. Who showed up?
Right,
Zero, nobody.
right, right.
That go to show you right there. He ain't, man, he a whole, nobody.
He an actor.
Uh,
He's an actor.
Right.
He's an actor. Never forget.
Oh, and
Act-
world, remember when he was, I forgot what he read, one of them Airbnbs, and Velvet had left and he was online when he was smoking that sage that time. And
Oh,
he was crying, talking about his daughter, his daughter. Remember, he came on the next day and said, "Oh, I was just acting. How was my performance or something?"
yeah. How was his performance?
Somehow he ain't really mean it. He
Yeah,
don't care nothing about that daughter at all. He just, I think, he just
man.
what is obsessed with her because I think, like he said, he wants her to be his wife.
I'm telling
That's
you,
it.
man, it ain't even that he want her to be his wife. He want his
Mhm.
daughter to be his wife. That's why he called
Right.
her. That's why he called her his son. He had sex with his son and had a
Oh,
daughter. Okay, think about this. He called Velvet EJ, which is his son Eligio
right.
Jr. Okay, he had a baby by this by this woman that he called his son, and he named his daughter Eliana by name.
Elion.
Right. Name his daughter Eliana, uh, Eliseo Jr. He even said that once that his daughter gets of age, that his daughter gonna be his wife.
And you know what, world? That's actually possible. Like spiritually, like to have, babies like that and stuff. And like he was saying, he had calculated, about when Velvet had got pregnant, all that on whatever moon and all of that. Man, that's some sick stuff he into.
Right. And
That shit crazy.
that sick stuff will continue to spread if people
Yes.
heighten their awareness for
And
anything.
I think, and to be honest, I ain't cutting you off, but to be honest, I think the people that's following him have the same thoughts. Cause how can you follow somebody and you don't agree with them?
Talent.com.
So these people must be in some agreement with it. Huh.
Talent.com.
Well,
Talent.com. It's called exploretalent.com. That's what it's called. That's why
mm,
look, to this day, to this day, that motherfucker still 38 years old. He could say he high,
right.
he's still 38. He want us to believe for a motherfucking 4 years straight that he only had one birthday. He had one birthday after 4 years. We've been watching this shit for 4 years, but it's only been a year. You see how
And where I'm 41. I know he way older than me.
I'm 43.
I'm 41 myself. And hey, look, he older than both of us.
And I'm like, how the hell you gonna make me believe? Like, dude, that man, he got some old ass fingers. His fingers old.
Yeah,
Like,
them leather
you
feet
know, like,
and them fingers old.
his fingers old as a motherfucker, boy. His fingers old as fuck, boy. I was like, damn, that nigga old. Like he sitting out here lying, talking about he 38. I'm like, my nigga, I know you ain't, man. It's no way in the hell. It look like he been out in the motherfucking plantation, digging. He been out there digging holes with his goddamn fingers. Like he can't make me believe. He can't make me believe that he's anything that's youthful. He is in renochrome slash succubus
Yeah.
of the youth, succubus of anybody that comes around him. He constantly need people that surround him to make himself feel whole. Otherwise, he's incomplete. The only reason you see
Yeah.
this motherfucker driving a car now is because I challenged him to do it.
Oh, whoa. I didn't even know he was driving.
He over there and he over there riding on let me think of what that road called. Hold on. He over there riding over there off Breeze, over there in St. Croix, over there, that Virgin Island, riding around
Mm.
one of them old Jeep Wranglers with the detachable roofs on that motherfucker. Yeah, like he doing something. He over there and shit.
Right. Ain't doing that. He's so dumb though. That man done had $300,000 from Keys.
Man, look at here.
He blew all that up. Still ain't got nothing to show for it. Then
Jimmy,
he done had all these people to take out all these loans. And
Jimmy,
you still ain't got nothing for it. All you doing is blowing it up in Airbnbs, renting whatever you said, Jeeps or Wranglers, going and buying that fake jewelry that he be having on
correct.
and partying.
Man, look, I'm telling you, yo. 50,
He'll be back on broke again for a long while.
50, look at here. I'm telling you, 50 motherfucking ass, man. It's coming to a closure. It's coming to a
Yeah.
closure. They about tired of. They about tired.
Yeah, they about tired of him. And you know what? They're not gonna keep on saving him. You know, nah, they're gonna let him go on down.
But see, when we come on here, like I say, later on, we gotta discuss why he left that motherfucking Airbnb. Not the Airbnb where that girl was in there like Morgan from The Walking Dead with that stick. I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking
Hmm.
about the Airbnb, the one that I showed, that damn pink building that is pink in the front.
Right,
Remember that building?
right, right.
See, that's when Zoka baby got missing. Remember when they was
Exactly. Yup.
remember when Malia was tired? See that
Yeah.
that trail is a trail that I actually followed. I never been there personally, but I've been there virtually. There's
Hmm.
apps that you can use to walk around places. I do it a lot because I be bored and shit. But
Right.
yeah, that trail that they walked down was a trail that's adjacent to that other home, and that's actually a campsite. And people are known to walk through there, to be explorative, to pitch
Hmm.
a tent out there, but you have to pay to stay on that land.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the time, of that hiking and Malia appearing to be distraught and all of that stuff that took place, I honestly
Hmm.
feel like it's something that she seen that threw her off. Cause see, everybody else, had been a part, of this sacrificial act. Everybody been a part of, certain.
Right. Because he was getting Zoka prepared for it the whole 9 months.
Right,
That's why he was telling her, every day her baby was a demon and this and that and the third.
right.
Yeah, he was preparing her for that.
And then you look,
Yep, but Malia didn't look right after that.
and then
And
you
even Zoka and Solar, when Solar attitude had changed a little bit, you know?
same shit. And then you think about when she was on, and he had Efru and Malia, placing their hand on her shoulder, and they were singing that.
Right.
They were singing that Aaliyah at your best. You are love, and
Yeah.
you gotta think about all that shit with Aaliyah, Rosemont, Illinois, R. Kelly, the Kanika Jenkins shit, Rosemont, the Lifetime movie, him wanting a damn pilot, for a reality TV series and shit, and that being busted out, and them not moving on that play, but moving on to an Airbnb. All this, hey, Nature Boy, you listening? We on your ass.
Tell him again, world.
Boy,
He's
on
still getting that
your ass,
beam on him.
motherfucking ass. I come over.